energy. Talking 42nd Street. Alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs. Step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy. Just to see the Knicks play. Make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us. Whole city is wild. This is New York. Why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah. Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
What up, what up, what's going on? It's your boy, Bishop D-Lo. We're here, you're there. It's the Church Guys Sports Show for the 16th of September, 2025. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Church Guys Sports Show, where we bring the energy, we bring the debates, we bring you the truth that you won't hear anywhere else. Y'all know me. I'm one of your hosts, Bishop D-Lo, and tonight we've got a packed slate of sports and wrestling talk to break down for you. So, starting on the hardwood tonight, the Knicks have officially filled out their training camp roster, and the question is, quite honestly, do they have the right mix to finally push themselves into the conversation with the elite of the NBA? We're going to dig into that tonight and see what this roster really means and what it has heading into the season coming up. Meanwhile, the New York Liberty, shout out to the New York basketball right now on all levels. They opened the WNBA playoffs this past Sunday with a win over the Phoenix Mercury in overtime. Are they built to bring a back-to-back championship back? They finally got all their pieces back, although Breanna Stewart did go down in overtime with an injury. We'll see how Stewie is feeling, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then, of course, we have to shout out the New York Yankees over in baseball. The Yankees have clawed their way back into striking distance of the Toronto Blue Jays for the AL East, and it's about to get very, very interesting as we go into the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Can the Bronx Bombers close the gap, or will we watch another year of almost but not quite from our New York Yankees? And then, of course, the one that a lot of y'all came for tonight, the big one from World Wrestling Entertainment, the WWE. WrestleMania 43 is headed to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 2027. WrestleMania 43, a bold move by the WWE and a move that I think changes the entire landscape of professional wrestling. What does this mean for fans? What does it mean for the brand? What does it mean for the future of the WWE? We'll break it all down tonight. And also, don't forget, there is a PLE this weekend. WrestlePalooza will take place from Indianapolis, Indiana. We're gearing up for that. It's the very first premium live event that will take place within the WWE's brand new 5-year deal with ESPN. And you know we've got some thoughts on that. So buckle up. Baseball, basketball, wrestling, and everything in between. This is the Church Guys Sports Show, and it is starting right now. Do me a favor and let us know where you're in from on tonight. Jump in the comments, and let's hear from you on tonight. Those of you that are watching live on our multiple platforms, just joining us live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on X tonight. We invite you to join the conversation tonight as we prepare to delve into these many different facets of the sports world on tonight. I'm hoping some of the other co-hosts will be able to come on tonight so we can talk about some of these things and debate some of this stuff that's coming up and going on. But right now, we want to hear from you. Right now, we want to hear from you. We'll start in the NBA with the New York Knicks filling out their roster. It's it's absolutely amazing what the Knicks are doing and have done in this offseason. Y'all bear with me just a second. I need to send a link to one of our brothers in arms here so that he can come on and talk with us about what's getting ready to happen here for us. We're gonna see what happens with that. But we are excited to make it happen on tonight. But starting in the NBA, as Bishop L joins us tonight, live from wherever he at. He always somewhere. He home. You home tonight? Because you always working. You muted.
I'm in the house.
Oh, he in the house tonight. He in the
I
house
don't leave
tonight.
town again till next week.
Till next week. Okay, till next week. Because y'all know Bishop L be on the go. So I've given my opening monologue as we also welcome Willie Green and his demonic phone. He said he got his headphones today, so he ready. He ready
Don't
for the
even
conversation.
matter. It don't even matter.
It don't
There's
matter.
no reception in his crib.
Willie, can you hear us? We can hear you. Can you hear us? Willie. We can't hear. We can't hear you, Willie.
It's like, yo.
We can't hear you. I knew it sounded too quiet. He rushed home. He's still in uniform. You see, he ain't even took. There you go, Willie. Can you hear us?
Yo,
there he is. There he is. There he is. Willie Green is connected. Everybody put a cheer in the chat for Willie Green and not having the demon in the phone tonight. Hallelujah. We're going to start in the NBA tonight. We're going to hope the headphones hold up tonight. Tonight we're going to start in the NBA with the New York Knicks, who have filled out their roster as they prepare for training camp, which opens up in just a couple of weeks, just a couple of short weeks. Training camp opens up for the New York Knicks, and they filled out their roster this past week. We're not even going to get into some of the young guys that they've signed to Exhibit 10s, but the big news was they re-signed Landry Shamet to come off their bench, and in a move nobody saw coming, they managed to poach Malcolm Brogdon, a former Rookie of the Year who is still yet only 32 years old. I mean, he kind of got lost in the shuffle the last couple of years, but that's a huge depth pickup at the point guard. I think they are determined to get Jalen Brunson off the ball completely this year.
That's Mike Brown. Mike Brown.
Mike Brown is like, you're not handling the ball this year. We playing you off the ball. I'm going to get enough cats in here that can.
Let me say this. The Verizon guy came to my office today.
Okay.
He's got to be Yemen or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, but he's a Verizon guy, and he sees this. He was like, "Oh my God, Knicks, yes, yes." So he sits down on the couch while he's closing the account for me, not closing the account, but opening up this account for the business side of the church. He says, "Man, I was crying when we lost. If this guy would just not dribble the ball so much." And I'm like, don't let my guy hear you say this, because this caused a whole argument on my show. I said, who? He said, if Jalen Brunson would just not dribble the ball so much and get everybody else involved, we would have taken it last year. I said, all right, no problem. Well, the bench is good. We're good now.
But I think we all agreed, including J-Mac. Hopefully he can get on tonight. But I think we all agreed that Jalen had the ball in his hand way too much, especially down the stretch. But I think we also realized that was the offense, because Tibbs didn't have a real offense. It was Jalen or bust. Now you've got an innovative offensive mind in Mike Brown, who's going to run some schemes, and they are surrounding him. Listen, again, kudos to Wes and to World Wide Wes and to Leon Rose. Once again, they are getting the coaches, the players that they want to win with. Listen, as much as that was Tibbs' team last year and he didn't use them, this bench is Mike Brown's team. He inherited the starters, yes, but this bench it has Mike Brown's fingerprints all over it. These are the guys I want to go to war with, and I ain't mad at it. Clearly, Mike Brown has a plan. Willie.
Amen.
I think Mike Brown wanted to spread the offense out a little bit. And with Malcolm Brogdon, he's an excellent facilitator of basketball. And that will create spaces and openings for other shooters,
We
including
got you,
Jalen
Sam. We're gonna
Brunson.
talk about
Jalen
that
Brunson
fight
can
too.
play. Jalen Brunson's going to be able to play off the ball. He's definitely going to be able to play a two guard, maybe in the second quarter and
Bishop.
third quarters to keep him fresh. And the second and fourth quarter is usually when you guys are going to need Jalen to kind of step up his offensive repertoire. And with Malcolm, that's going to create more space for Jalen to work, especially knowing that Malcolm can also score the basketball. So that's going to be a big plus for the Knicks off the bench. And then you're probably going to have Malcolm playing in the fourth quarter, keeping Jalen fresh without him getting the double team because he demands the double team. And then Malcolm Brogdon also will be able to demand a double team because he's a facilitator and he's a slasher to the basket. He can create his own offense. So it was a great pickup for the Knicks, like you said, that no one saw
Let's not
coming.
forget Jordan
And
Clarkson.
from what I hear, there's some twinklers. There's some twinklers about Russell Westbrook as well. So hopefully the Knicks are not done.
Well, I mean, another player would take. There would have to be a trade of some sort. There would have to be because with these two, it fills out the roster. Also, today the Knicks announced that they had signed, aside from Shamit, they had signed Garrison Matthews to an Exhibit 10 contract. Mohamed Diawara was signed. He showed some flashes during summer league this year. He was also signed to an exhibit. Dink Pate, who that boy's got a tremendous upside. This guy is a 6'10" guard who can get up and down the floor. He signed him also to an Exhibit 10 contract. They also signed Tosin Evbumawan. That's his name. Evbumawan. To an Exhibit 10. He played last with the Brooklyn Nets last year and had some flashes as Bishop J. Mack joins us. So the Knicks are doing some very big things. Also, they signed Bryson Warren to an Exhibit 10 contract. They are also bringing in for training camp. They are bringing back Matt Ryan, and they're bringing in big man Alex Len. So listen, the Knicks are serious. They're like, this is our window. We're going for it.
Can you explain the Exhibit 10 contract for our viewers?
Okay, so simply the Exhibit 10 contract.
It's usually a revolving 10.
Well, it's it's an Exhibit 10 deal. It's a non-guaranteed contract that is given to players that are 3 years or less of service time, to give them the opportunity to come into training camp. They are eligible. Those on Exhibit 10 are eligible to either sign with the main roster if they're good enough, or they can be back-ended into a two-way deal. As of right now, the Knicks only have one two-way player, and they can have up to three. That is Kevin McCullough Jr., who we haven't even talked about yet, who also showed flashes during Summer League as well. He's the only one that's actually on a two-way. So the rest of these guys will be competing for, these guys who are on Exhibit 10s will be competing for those two-way deals as well. And you've got Matt Ryan and Alex Len. Matt Ryan will more than likely probably start the year with the G League team as he did last year. He likes being here. He's excited to be back. He posted on his social media after his deal was done today. He's excited to be back with the Knicks again, start of his year 5. And remember, Matt Ryan's still a pretty young guy himself, so he's a shooter. He's in the mold of He's in the mold of what shooter can I compare him to? He is in the mold of, I can't think of one right now, but I'm sure there's somebody. If you saw glimpses of Matt Ryan, he can shoot the basketball. He can absolutely shoot the basketball. We lost J Mac for a second. Hopefully he'll be back in just a minute. But
Steve Novak.
Okay, that's a great parallel. Steve Novak is a good parallel. He's a catch and shoot guy. He's a guy who's gonna shoot 45% from three off the catch and shoot. And again, with the fact that the Knicks are looking to, at least in my estimation, build a team that is deep enough this year to rival SGA and that group out there in Oklahoma City, who proved that they were one of the deepest teams in the NBA come playoff time, because they could throw 11 guys out there. The Knicks want to say, we want to be able to throw 11 guys out there and not have any drop off. And I think they're doing a very good job. You could conceivably go to a bench where you've got Jordan Clarkson and Malcolm Brogdon in your backcourt off your bench. Those guys are starters. Those guys would be starting other places in the NBA. Malcolm Brogdon and Jordan Clarkson in your backcourt off the bench. Gershon Yabusele off your bench who can play the 3, 4, and the 5. You got Josh Hart potentially coming off your bench as well. Listen, let's not forget Ariel Huckporty will be going into his second year. He's not going to probably get a whole lot of playing time, but again, this is another guy that you have to account for if you're another team. Because he's another one who showed flashes. J Mac, your screen is black. He's another guy you have to account for. So I love what the Knicks have done so far. We're literally about 2.5 weeks from training camp, and it's going to be interesting to see it all put together over the next several weeks and in the coming months as we enter into the NBA season.
I think Mike Brown is setting a culture of accountability because he's bringing in players that are well established.
Yes,
And is
it's a young veteran team.
Yeah.
right, right. So for them to come in, they know that priority winning is number one. It's
Yeah,
not we're not going to build for the future. We're trying to win right now, and that's a good thing for Mike Brown to be in this position. You know, he got a raw deal in Sacramento. They didn't give him a chance to really cultivate the culture that he set. So coming to New York is not necessarily a reset for him, but it's more of I had this in Sacramento. Now I got it in New York. Let me show you what I could have done in Sacramento. And I think they're going to really pay for that.
and he's
So
got better talent in New
kudos to
York.
Mike Brown.
And he's
Yeah,
got much better talent in New York. So that's going to be. I
right.
think it's going to be a good for Mike Brown. I'm gonna go back to my original prediction. I think the Knicks are going to win 60 games this year. This roster is healthy. This is a 60-win team. Again, health is wealth in the league, as we know. But if this
Yeah.
roster is healthy, this is a 60-win team. And you can't convince me otherwise because this easily is the best team in the Eastern Conference, and that's taking nothing away from Cleveland. But from what I understand, the Knicks actually got Brogdon, and Cleveland had Brogdon on their radar because they wanted somebody. They wanted a ball handler in their second unit to take some of the pressure because that's one of the things that Cleveland lacked in the second unit last year that really hurt them. They didn't have a ball handler in the second unit, and I'm Malcolm Brogdon in the second unit, that's huge for the Knicks.
I think Cleveland is still two or three pieces away from kind of equaling the Knicks. I think they still need another consistent four, except for Evan Mobley, to kind of offset Evan Mobley out there. So they're still a couple pieces away, and they haven't been consistent enough, and they're not. The Knicks are scary. Cleveland is not scary. So that's the difference between both of those teams. Their contrasts are totally different. When you face the Knicks, you know you're in for a dogfight all night. Cleveland, not so much because their interior is really suspect besides Jared Allen. So um, the Knicks have shot blockers. The Knicks have defenders on the wings. They are almost to the point where they're complete, like you said, where there's no one in the Eastern Conference that can complement them
We
or can
coming
equal their intensity or their backcourt.
we
Absolutely.
coming into a season with a healthy Mitchell Robinson.
Healthy
Right.
everybody. I mean,
No, no. See, the reason why I
but I know
mentioned
Yes.
Mitch
Yeah.
is huge. I understand
Mitch
that.
is
I agree.
huge because a healthy Mitchell Robinson is a defensive player of the year. Mitchell Robinson,
I agree. I
you,
agree.
which now it is my prayer that while we know that we have that middle clogged up and it's defended well, and you move in Cat to the four, we got to learn how to play the perimeter because we get killed on
Yes,
the
Dre.
perimeter.
There's no demon in his phone this week.
We get killed on the perimeter every night. We have gotten killed. So hopefully that ends.
Well, one of the things that
I
everyone's been
mean,
saying is during his conversation with Cat, he really talked with Mike Brown. That is, he talked with Cat about getting into better shape to be a better perimeter defender. And they said Cat has taken it to heart, and he's been really working on getting his stamina up. But also, he's brought in people, and they've been studying film. And this is from Stephen Bondi over at the Post, how they've been talking about with the coaching staff and looking at film about how keeping those minutes to a premium is really going to be huge because they notice there is a precipitous drop off in production when these guys, those starters that the Knicks have, when they play more than 35 minutes, there is a precipitous drop off in their production, which we all saw with the eye test just watching games last year. I mean, it's sad that it took them to go really into the depths of it and get the numbers right. Dre, no, Dre, I agree with you. But this is the new coaching staff. This is the new coaching staff has been doing this, and so and I agree. But Dre, I mean, not to bring him up. Obviously, we're not gonna beat a dead horse. It's over. He's gone. But this was the problem with Thibodeau. I'm sure he knew this, but he was just way too stubborn. Did you hear? Did you hear about that story, J Mac, about how they studied the minutes? The new coaching staff has studied the minutes of the Knicks starting five, and how there is a precipitous drop off. Their productivity plummets after minute 35 that they're in a game.
No, I didn't hear that
That
today.
came out today. So
but
when they play in games where they played more than 35 minutes, when those players play more than 35 minutes, after 35 minutes, their production dropped dramatically.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised,
Howard.
exactly.
I'm not surprised. I mean, listen, been complaining about the coach. He's gone now. I'm not gonna harp on it.
Right.
He's gone, but
And Davey was on his show. I'm waiting for Davey to get on here today. Because Davey was on his show the other day talking about he is not a fan of Thibodeau and he was ready for Thibodeau to go. I said, what?
You, you were supposed to jump in the chat and tell all of us to tune in at that point, because we should have all jumped on Davey at that point. Like, wait a minute now, sir. I got film of you defending Thibodeau.
man,
I'm gonna have to
we
bring up
we
some of those videos.
we almost with the blows with this guy
Right.
on this show because this guy was such a Thibodeau disciple, man. And I mean, again, he's gone, but a lot of the problems, like I was saying, like the big disagreement we had about Jalen Brunson last year, and come to find out in the meetings, the exit meetings,
They talked about it.
it was Thibodeau. That's why he was holding the ball. That's why he was dribbling so much. And I understand, it was like, well, go against the grain or whatever. But how many players are going against their head coach?
Right, Bishop Heffley. He was Thibodeau's agent.
Oh yeah, listen, I thought he should have gave him some of that exit money he got when they fired him. He should have gave him a couple million off of that 33 million he got.
that he got to leave. But you're absolutely right. And the first thing that we talked about, J Mac, get your thoughts on it. We talked about obviously the re-signing of Landry Shamet, but then in the stealth move that nobody saw coming, the Knicks grabbed veteran
Brogdon?
point guard Malcolm Brogdon,
Brogdon.
who was on Cleveland's radar because they needed a second unit floor general, and the Knicks grabbed him.
It was a perfect smoke screen because everybody was talking about the fact that Ben Simmons turned down the Knicks. It was a perfect smoke screen. And even me, I was like, why did they even offer this dude a contract? I was mad because they offered him a contract. So I was caught in the smoke screen too. And then slowly but surely, underneath the radar, they signed former sixth man of the year, Malcolm
And former
Brogdon.
rookie of the year.
We all got worked. We all got worked.
We got work. We got work.
We got work for sure.
We
because
definitely
I
got
was
work.
so mad about that Ben Simmons thing. And then they signed Malcolm Brogdon. Great signing. Great signing.
And
J Mac, you said the Knicks were mad.
No, I said I was mad. I
Why?
was mad
Because
because
that
we
they
didn't want Ben
offered him a
Simmons.
contract.
We didn't want Ben Simmons.
Then why would y'all want Ben Simmons if he didn't
That's
do
my
anything?
point.
Why would you want
Right.
him across the
That's
water?
why, but that's why we didn't understand why there was even talks with like the Knicks are interested in Ben Simmons. What? Why?
And then he turned. Then they actually
Y'all would have been upset. Y'all would have been upset because he stay in Soho doing what he ain't got no
They
business doing.
offered
not
him
even
the
gonna talk
money
about that.
too.
Like,
They
I heard.
offered him money, and he turned us down. He
But-
did the Knicks a favor.
He did, and Malcolm Brogdon. So we have, and I was just and I just mentioned how that backcourt, that backcourt. I mean, taking Deuce out of the equation, which I mean is still tough to do. But the Knicks really this year have the ability because of their depth can play super situationally. Like Brown doesn't have to be married to anybody or to any lineup. It's going to be a game to game basis where you'll see certain people. and you've got the right mix of players that where okay, I'm gonna need more of Brogdon in this game. I'm gonna need more of Clarkson in this game. I'm gonna need a little more of
That's
Deuce
where I
in this
think the
game.
New York
And
faithful are going to have. There's going to be a lot of questions because minutes are going to be limited to a lot of guys. Like I think a guy like Deuce is not going to fare well with the minutes restriction because he's going to drop. His minutes are definitely going to drop. You understand what I'm saying? And that's
potentially, I
sad
mean, we'll see.
because
Unless he
he
unless he
did
comes
very
in and he
well
plays
last year.
lights out. I mean, if he comes in and plays lights out, but again, to a man, when you look at this roster, this is. I'm trying to be. No, I'm not going to be diplomatic. This is not a roster comprised of your typical millennial Gen Z NBA players. You got a group of guys who care about winning before anything else.
It's a loaded roster with a lot of talent,
Absolutely, and
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 that's
and
going to be
and you
hard
got a
for.
loaded
I think
roster
I
with
think
no
Mike Brown's going to
egos.
have to.
All they care about is the W. I'm good. And Deuce don't care. Deuce got his money last year. Remember, they signed Deuce to a 4-year extension beginning last year. So if his minutes drops off a little bit this year, he don't care. Because first of all, Brogdon's not going to be here forever. It's let's get this chip. I can go back to being the sixth man next year, but let's go get this championship this year.
It's going to be a very guard oriented offense. If you look at the
Yeah,
roster, it's going to be
This,
heavily.
this is a Mike Brown team.
Yes, it's going to be
This is a
heavily
Mike Brown team.
guard.
let's say by God's greatest chance the Knicks win a championship, those guys are gonna want to run it back. They ain't gonna want it to be a one-hitter quitter. You understand what I'm saying? This is
Well,
Got the money for it.
the
We got
core is already in place.
For the next 4 years.
Right, the core is already in place, including Deuce, including Josh. You would only have to maybe Brogdon's 32, so maybe you bring him back, maybe you don't. Clarkson, I think Clarkson has already wanted to be here, so I think he resigns because he's in the last year of his deal this year. So I think Clarkson resigns.
I forgot about Jordan. I
Right.
forgot about Jordan.
That's how deep they are right
That's
now.
He
how
was jumping
Jewel
last
off
year.
the
He was
bench.
jumping.
That's how Jewel off the bench right there.
Yabusele is
He's
signed
a
for the next
6 man
3
off the
years.
bench.
Yabusele is signed for the next 3 years. Mitch is extension eligible after this year.
Well,
if he-
it's looking
y'all
kind of
don't- if
nasty, ain't it? Look
If
kinda
y'all don't
nasty,
go
ain't
to
it?
the
This
finals
might be
this
the
year,
this
they ain't
might
no
be
shit.
this might be the window to bring back
Look,
the
I'm not. You
dynasty.
know me. I'm a basketball guy before I hate a team. Like if y'all.
Oh
make-
no! Listen, I know that everybody's excited about parity, but I'm like you, Willie. I always like the dynasties, and it would be nothing better for me than to have a 3 or 4 year New York Knicks dynasty. I'd be set for life.
Give me one.
Yeah, I just need one.
I just see.
But
I just see
if
like the Eastern
somehow
like
the Knicks were able to run off 2 or 3 in a row,
let's change the shoe on the other foot. Let's say like the Knicks are the win team with all the talent in the West. So for them to be the Eastern Conference as the only really talented team in the Eastern Conference, you're right. They should win 50 to 60 games, or at least 60 games this year with no problem. Only problem I may be seeing them having a challenge in the Eastern Conference is maybe, I'm just being honest, I'm throwing it out there, is the Atlanta Hawks. I see them as being a problem, but not much of a problem.
Orlando's
You
going to be a
understand
problem
what I'm saying?
too.
And because Indiana has dipped,
I don't think
Milwaukee has
Orlando's
kinda
ready to
taken a
make that
dip.
jump yet.
Atlanta's kind of moved forward as a team that can
Atlanta's moved forward.
definitely have something to say.
Orlando has moved forward, but I don't think Orlando's ready to take that leap yet.
No,
I
not
think
yet,
I
not
think
yet.
they need another
They need,
year.
they,
I
they,
think they need another
they,
year.
they need a real they need a real rebounder in Orlando. That's what they need.
Listen, don't count them Wagner boys out, y'all.
We haven't talked. We haven't
Don't
talked
count
football
them
yet.
Wagner boys out.
Pastor Harden.
They both coming back healthy this year. Remember,
Right,
they
so-
got.
I just-
they,
Oh yeah,
they,
they're
I
going to
just
be
think
good.
even with
But
those two.
and you got.
and Baccaro.
Yeah.
Baccaro and them Wagner boys. Don't count. Don't.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
Carroll,
count
he
them
needs,
out.
He needs
I
somebody
think
to
they need
dump the
another year,
ball
though.
into, man.
Yeah.
All right.
He definitely needs someone to dump the ball into.
But I think Desmond Bain helps them a lot. I definitely think Desmond Bain helps them a lot, but I don't think he gets them over the hump yet. Not yet. I do think Orlando needs another year. Orlando's going to be an issue in 2027. I think they'll be an issue in 20.
Yeah.
Right now in the literally the Eastern Conference, and I said this last week. This is so weird for me to say this as a Knicks fan, but the Knicks are the Eastern Conference is the Knicks to lose.
There you
It
go. I was getting ready
it
to say you took the word right
it
out of my mouth. It's for them to
it's the
lose.
Knicks to
Absolutely.
lose.
I agree with that.
It,
I
it's
can agree with
theirs.
that. I can definitely
If,
agree with
if
that.
if they're healthy, there is no way that the Knicks should not run away with the Eastern Conference if they remain healthy.
I want the I want the
And they
NBA
gotta get
Cup
out the gas.
and I want the
You
Larry
know,
O'Brien.
oh, we got
I
a couple
want
of games to
both.
kind of get our continuity. They need to get out the
You want to be the
gas
first
really
team to get
fast.
both?
I want to be the first team to get both.
What, the NBA Cup and the Larry O'Brien Trophy
I want both.
in the same year?
Yes.
You want the in game? You want the in game tournament, sir?
I
He
want
wants them
both.
You
both.
want the in game
L,
tournament, right?
L wants it all.
I have
he, he
suffered
he wants
long
Mitch to be
enough.
the defensive player of the year. He wants Jalen or Cat to win the MVP. He wants it all this year. He wants Malcolm Brogdon or Jordan Clarkson to win the six man. Could you imagine a year where the Knicks swept
Listen,
everything?
hey, L. Listen, the only way the Knicks gonna get that trophy and that Larry O'Brien trophy is Carl Anthony Towns got to turn his back to the basket and dominate the paint.
And he's
I
got to defend on
agree.
the perimeter.
He has to kill everything in the paint. Yeah, nah, that shooting that jumper, that's not gonna work
No,
for
I
him.
said he's got to
He's
defend
got
on
to
the
get in
perimeter.
that
He's got
paint
to defend on the
and
perimeter.
murder cats. Right. But he's got to murder that paint.
I agree. He has
He's
he
got to
has
get
to go
people in
back to
foul
be
trouble. He's got to for them. For the Towns got to get to the free throw line at least 15, 16 times a night.
which he can do, which we know he can do. But I mean, like I said, Mike Brown had to talk with him. He's already spoken to him. Cat's working on getting in better shape because that's what Brown challenged him to do this offseason. Get into the best shape of your life and dominate. Because Cat can be that dominant, especially in the Eastern Conference with the
Who's
bigs.
I'm about to say who's in the Eastern Conference to stop him?
Nobody.
What center?
Himself.
Nobody. There's
Nobody.
nobody there.
Himself.
Right.
Right.
He's
There
his
you
own
go.
biggest
That's the only
enemy.
thing.
I mean,
And
because
them and
Mitchell Robinson is
the
on his
big
team.
sloppy feet if you don't get
Right.
him out the way.
Right. The best defensive center in the East is playing next to him.
Is playing next to him.
So I definitely agree. Pierre says if it's the Cavs and the Knicks at the top of the East, Orlando will be good as well. As will the Hawks. After that, it's wide open. Yeah, I think that's your top four right there. I do agree. I think that's your top four. But I do think far and away of those four, the Knicks are the best team. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Knicks fan, but just looking at the moves they made on paper, that is the best team in the Eastern Conference if they're healthy. And listen, I don't care. I don't really care about the NBA Cup. I want the Larry O'Brien. I know Ella's being greedy right
I want
now,
both. I
but I
want
I want the Larry.
both.
I just care about the Larry
I
O'Brien.
want both because if we get that NBA Cup, it's gonna send a notice. I want to send a message to the league. We
What
coming
message is
through
that
here.
sending, Al? That you could win the NBA Cup with just 35 games into the season? That don't mean nothing.
Now it does mean something. It means something.
Lakers,
If they
Lakers,
gave it,
Lakers did
if they
that. The
made it a
Lakers did that
trophy,
too, and
every
got bumped in the
trophy
first
means
round.
something. Nah,
To the old,
every
to us
trophy
old,
means
Listen,
something. I
man, that
to
don't
the
want
mean
new
nothing.
to the
both.
new Jack NBA fan,
The
the
Lakers
NBA
won
Cup
that cup
means
and got
something.
bumped in the first round.
Yeah,
That
I
NBA
get
Cup
it,
means
but
absolutely
the
nothing.
new Jack NBA, the young, the YNs, they love the cup means something to them. It
I want
does.
both. I
It
want
does.
both.
I get what you're saying, Willie.
I want
I
both.
feel like you, but it does. The NBA really, it means something now. It does.
It
I
means
don't
something to
think
Adam
so.
Silver because he has to generate revenue middle of the season
That's
because
it.
the real money isn't really revenue. I mean, rejuvenated until the playoffs. Really, money don't really move around till the playoffs. So he needed something middle of the season to generate money and airplay and TV time. He needed that
And interest.
and interest and to keep people watching. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the Knicks are also playing the early game because there's usually one early game on Super Bowl Sunday. The Knicks are in that game as well. Like this is how much
Right.
the NBA believes in them this year. The-
Vegas. Vegas. Have you seen the odds with Vegas?
I said it last. I'm like I've never in my lifetime have been any place where the Knicks were the favorite. This is crazy to me.
I'm nervous.
I am
It's
49 years old,
it's
and I am not used to my team is
but
the
it's not far.
favorite. I don't even know what to say.
I'm nervous. I ain't
But
never
it's not
been here
far. But
before.
it's not far fetched though. It's not far fetched because let's think about it, right? Barring a debacle in game one, this conversation we would have today would probably be different. We'd probably be talking about the
Trying
Knicks
to repeat.
repeating as champions. Because I think they would have gave OKC a
Oh,
run
I
for their
believe
money and
that
almost beat them.
because
Pretty much,
the two games that we
I
lost to
believe that
OKC,
because Indiana was clearly
people talk
yeah
about the
yeah
terrible record that we had against the elite in the regular season, but those two games against OKC were actually pretty close. The games that we lost in the regular season, OKC were pretty close, which means those were pretty evenly matched teams.
right
So I think it would have been a
right.
lot. Jalen Brunson
I just think
against
with the
SGA
matchup
would have
that they
been a
got in
lot more
Indiana,
fun.
they canceled out a lot of things.
Definitely.
And let's think about something. Two teams that never really played for a
Oh, that
championship
would have been
like
fun.
that, with
That'd have
that
been
kind of
absolutely.
with those teams, right? And pretty much at every position, like Indiana did, they pretty much canceled themselves out. So it was like it's not about uh uh playboard plays and everything like that. It's about whose will
Right.
outmatch the other. And that's exactly what the finals was last year. And that's exactly what the Knicks would have to do. The Knicks have to outwill everyone and outperform everyone with their talent this year. They can't make excuses though. Well, we're
Oh,
just
there's no
getting to
excuse
know
this
each
year.
other. No,
There's no
this is
excuse this
2
year.
years running that you've had
Yeah,
pretty much the best
a
talent.
slow start
There's
is
no
not gonna
excuse. You've
is
had the
not gonna
best
bode
talent.
well for them.
You've acquired
They
And
come out the
more
gate
talent.
slow.
And notice what they've done with the bench. Yes, they retooled their bench, but they brought in a bunch of plug and play guys. Like these are not guys that you have to worry about gelling because these are guys who do the dirty work. These are guys who are willing to do the dirty work. All of them, whether it's
Right.
Brogdon, Clarkson, Yabusele, these are all dirty work guys. So they're plug and play. So I agree. There are no excuses.
And
Yeah,
they got tougher. The
yeah.
interior has gotten tougher. The perimeter has gotten tougher because now OG got somebody on the other side of Jordan Clarkson that they can both play off the ball and defend. And he can play the three. Jordan can play the three, and
Jordan
OG play the
Clarkson can
four,
play 1 through
and give
3.
him a lot of rest.
You got Bridges who can play the 1 through 3.
And that was a
OG
big re-signing too.
OG can
Re-signing
play 2 through
re-signing
4
Mikal
and guard
Bridges.
some fives.
Listen,
Yabusele can play 3 through 5. Like that's scary.
if y'all don't get to the finals, I'm going to destroy y'all, all of y'all this year.
And you would have a right to.
Listen,
I'm saying
you won't
that
get an argument out of me.
season
You
three
have a
now.
right to.
I'm saying it now. I'm about to say
You won't get an argument
that's
out of
right.
me because
Listen, they don't got
they're
no
really
excuse.
The
'Cause
the only
Boston ain't going
distraction,
nowhere.
and I don't really call it a big distraction, is that Mitch is in his last year of his contract. That's the only
and
if
I
you
don't
want
even
to
think
call
he
it.
wants it to be a distraction. Everything I've seen from him on social media is I'm trying to win.
And that's what that's what I'm saying. If you don't, I mean, that's the only thing that's out there because Mikal Bridges, everybody was worried about
I
him,
think the best
They
thing
signed
for
him.
the Knicks this year
and they re-signed him.
is to be quiet and just
Yeah, but I think under Mike Brown, they're just gonna go out and play basketball. And I like what I saw from Yabusele over the summer during the EuroBasket championships. Like, this dude, he's a leader. He's a leader. You got somebody who's crazy like that can help anchor your second unit along with a Josh Hart, a Jordan Clarkson, and a Malcolm Brogdon. We haven't even talked about, if Brown decides to go with the double big lineup, Josh Hart returns to his more natural coming off the bench, which is what he was signed to do,
We
which
even talked
makes
about
him
Josh
that
Hart
much
tonight.
better.
How about that?
Right. This guy was a starter for the last 2 years.
And this is the first time we talked. Well, since I've been on,
Yeah.
first time we brought up Josh Hart name. Think
This
about
is
that.
the first time we brought up Josh Hart in talking about the Knicks for a few weeks. We haven't even talked about Josh
But I
Hart.
think
This
that's a
is
good
going to
thing,
be
though.
crazy. This is going to be a crazy season.
I think that's a good thing because now Josh doesn't have to be the focal point of any type of ridicule or conversation because all he can do is go out and play ball, be the defender, be the slasher, be the triple double threat that he is.
And that's the crazy thing, because as a bench player, he's more
dangerous
dangerous to me.
about how you,
To me, he's more
Yeah.
dangerous as a bench player because now he can go out and play with reckless abandon for
That's
20
right.
minutes.
And-
He doesn't
and
have
he
to
can-
worry about having to be in the game for 45 minutes and conserve energy for late in the game. He can
That's
just go
right.
out and be He can just go out and be Josh Hart for 25 minutes a night.
He and be the one man
and defending the best player on the other team.
That's it.
We are winning
That's right.
the championship, and we are winning The in-season tournament.
The Prophet has spoken. Y'all put in the comments, Prophet L has spoken.
I want both. I want both. I want both. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I want both.
State.
I want both because one is gonna be extremely incredible for the league.
Well, that's true.
Two, if the Knicks win it, that's gonna bring way more validation to it. Just because the Knicks got it.
I mean, well,
If
the Lakers won it, and it didn't
that
really.
We're
now,
about to go
but the
through my
late
Luca.
see, no.
Go through my Luca led Lakers.
No. The Lakers won it, but that
We're about to go
wasn't
through
that
Luca and the Lakers. I'm telling you that right
that
now.
doesn't bring validation to it. And the reason why it doesn't bring validation to it is because the Lakers got 16 championships up in the rafters.
17.
17. It doesn't bring the validation. If the Knicks win it, it brings validation to that actual trophy. It says it's gonna say something more about that trophy.
So going through the Lakers would not if they happen to God that they beat the Lakers. You telling me that Knicks championship would have validation?
Say again. Say that one more time.
I said if they go through the Lakers, which I'm putting out there as I said if they go through the Lakers, which I'm saying they're going to go through the Lakers to win the championship. If they win, it's going to be LA, New York. That would be the best scenario for the Knicks
That would
right
be the
now.
best
To play
scenario
a
for the
marquee team. Because
NBA.
usually when it's a right. So for them, I like seeing two marquee juggernauts go at it. The Knicks are a financial juggernaut for the NBA because there is no real playoffs without the Knicks. And I'm saying that not being a Knicks fan, but for them to go through a marquee team, the second winningest team in NBA history in the Lakers, that would mean more. That's more of nostalgia for New York than
Well,
anything because we took down the
well,
mighty Lakers.
that's the Larry O'Brien I'm talking about. You're talking about the Larry O'Brien,
He's
and
talking about the NBA Cup.
I'm talking about the NBA Cup.
I'm sorry, the
Absolutely.
Emirates
That's the only
NBA
one
Cup.
that matters to
I was
me.
gonna say, does Emirates still have the
I could
rights?
Yeah,
care less
it's
about that.
The
I could
Emirates
care less
NBA
about
Cup.
that.
Yes.
Okay,
The Emir-
they still got the rights, right?
How many
Correct.
times they gonna change that?
No, it's always been Emirates got it after the first year.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's it's
After the
always been
first year.
Emirates.
First year was just the NBA
Okay.
Cup. Second year it was the
Um,
Emirates NBA
and
Cup.
like I said, it doesn't set the table. Yeah, like that cup doesn't set the table for anything because like Bishop D'Lo said, like yo, one injury can change a season for a team. So for us, like I said, the Lakers won that cup the first inaugural year. They got bumped. Phoenix
In the
did them
first
in the
round.
first round. Did them in. Swept them, if I'm not mistaken, or gentlemen swept them. First round. So for me, that cup meant absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, you first want to get your name on it. Okay, good. Oops. Well,
I
you can
want
run it back.
both.
And they were the
Listen,
champions,
I'm
if
not
I'm not
mad at
mistaken. They
wanting
were the
both. I'm
champs,
not
if
mad
I'm
at
not
wanting
mistaken.
both.
Or did no, that's after that.
I
No.
want
Okay,
both,
yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
want
Yeah, they
both.
got bumped the first round.
Because if the Lakers had won a championship
Get
the
the
year
one
that
that
they
matters.
got that one, y'all have been yo, we got both. We swept through the championships. Yeah, you would have said that. You would have said that.
That still wouldn't have mattered to me, bro.
No, you all right? You say that
Yeah,
now. We
But
we
like I
can
was
we can
saying, for
say
the
that now because it
old,
I
didn't
don't think
happen.
for
that wouldn't
Willie.
have
I
for the
think
mattered to
for
me, man.
OGs,
Really,
it don't
honestly.
matter.
yeah, I think
But
What J
these
Max
young,
said
the
is right.
younger
Yeah,
NBA, the younger
the
NBA fan,
that Gen
the
Z
Right. That's what
these
I'm
group.
saying.
young.
Like for me, it don't that didn't matter because that's
That
not the
Gen
one
Z
that
group
matters
would
the
care.
But
most.
see, for our generation, it don't really mean much. But these guys, these young guys,
Yeah.
they
Gen-
the cup
like
means
this
something to
this generation that matters. For us,
yeah,
that
it
don't
means
matter.
it. Yeah.
That matters to them.
See, when we were coming up, there was no such thing as the NBA Cup, so it don't matter to us.
Listen, I would like to beat the Lakers for the Larry O'Brien.
And we know the reason, and we know the reason why that Emirates Cup came into play anyway, because they were thinking about taking away the slam dunk competition out of the All-Star game. So they had to find something to offset that. So let's do an in-season game tournament to take everybody mind off the whack All-Star game and All-Star Saturday nights that we know we were losing them. We were losing viewership. So they had to find something to intermediate that so they can kind of implement something new in the All-Star game. Getting closer to the All-Star
Listen,
game.
Christmas
They knew they were
Christmas
messing up.
Day.
They knew the viewers were not
Christmas
there.
Day is bigger than NBA All
That's why the
Star
reason
Weekend.
that cup was implemented.
Oh,
To keep
Christmas Day is
viewership.
the unofficial start of the NBA season.
Christmas Day means more than the All Star game. Do y'all agree? You agree with that?
Absolutely, 100%. Christmas Day is the unofficial.
Yeah.
Listen, this is why they
Exactly.
announced the Christmas Day games before they announced opening night.
That's
That
what
should tell you something.
That's what I'm saying. Christmas Day mean more than NBA weekend in February.
That's right.
NBA All Star weekend in February. It mean the NBA All Star weekend is a joke now.
It
is an absolute joke.
They should just do away with it. Just give
Exactly.
the players a week off and then
First,
just
before
come
the
back.
season start, before the season. Right.
Yeah, it's an absolute joke, man. Nobody cares.
And let's think about something. It's
You can still
always
vote
the
for the
Knicks.
All-Star
It's
teams.
always the Knicks.
Have a little
It's
press
always
conference.
the Lakers. It's always Boston. And it's always somebody else, either Phoenix or
Overseer Hendrickson, what's
somebody
up?
else. It's those 4 teams that are always
Go
playing.
Boston.
I don't remember the last time I watched
Go
All-Star
Boston,
Weekend.
Bishop D'Lo. Go Boston.
No. We're not going that far.
Go
Yeah.
Boston, Butler. Go Boston.
You know he's not even gonna respond to you.
Go Boston. They're gonna get the #1 seed this year.
Y'all leave Boston alone. No trolling Boston. Don't make fun of the afflicted. They blew up their team. It is what it is. That team is blown up. That team is blown up.
But we said this at the end of the season last year.
Bishop Heflin said, "Or go to the old format." Which old format, Bishop Heflin? Go back to East West.
It still don't matter.
Yeah, we did. They're gonna blow it up.
It's still. Remember, I said that. I said they're gonna blow it. I said it. Nobody cares. It don't matter how they configure the All-Star game. It's dead. Nobody cares about it.
The All-Star game died, and I don't care what younger person gets mad at me and calls me an old head. But it died the moment that real stars stopped participating in the dunk contest.
Yep.
The moment you didn't get
When Kobe Bryant took that shot over Michael Jordan.
that was it. That was the end.
When Kobe Bryant took Michael Jordan's shot, that's when the All-Star game died.
That was the end. It was the end.
That was it. He said, "Nah, you want to go out? Nah, chill. I'm taking this."
But that's what made it enjoyable
That
for
was
us
real
to
OG.
watch.
That was a real OG
And
game.
Jordan respected it. Like,
Mike shot that over Sean
Listen.
Marion, and Kobe was like, "Nah, chill. You already had your moment. This our moment."
Kobe said, no.
Exactly.
You're not going out on top.
And they said, "We can't have this embarrassment anymore. We got to tone this down." Because the competition was at its highest. Exactly. And another thing, right? Another reason, another way it got ruined.
Hendrick
right?
said, I'm not worried about
The
beating y'all.
2006 All-Star game in Dallas. When Kobe, what was it? What was it? Dallas or when Kobe was smacking the ground and telling LeBron, "Let's go take it
That
from
was
me."
like 2 years later.
I
And
want-
LeBron
I
passed
want
up the
somebody
last
to
shot.
take the mantle
And
and
LeBron
run with
passed
it.
up the
And
last shot.
LeBron
And,
passed
and
it.
Kobe asked him why he passed it.
Yeah. Because Kobe understood. This
Y'all
is
beat
the
yourselves
matchup people
last
came
year.
to see. Me
On the
against
Garden
you.
Court.
At the end of the game. Let's go.
But in all fairness,
Listen, for me, in the GOAT conversation.
In all fairness, you know what I'm about to say, Willie.
LeBron passed it up. And Kobe was like, come here. He said, "Come here. I want you to take on the challenge."
And LeBron passed it up.
In all
This is what
fairness,
everybody
The GOAT
wants to
debate
see.
ended there for me.
in all fairness,
Yeah, and he didn't want no
LeBron
smoke.
has a
He
At
didn't
the
want no
All-Star
smoke.
game. At a game that didn't even count. Come on.
LeBron has
If
a
you
winning
miss, who
record
cares?
against Kobe in the regular season. In all fairness,
What?
LeBron has a winning record against Kobe
In the regular season, yes.
in head-to-head matchups. Yeah.
Their teams, yes. But that moment in the All-Star game was mano y mano. Everybody cleared out. It was like, okay, for the last minute and a half of these games, these two is just going to go at it. That was the plan.
That wasn't LeBron's plan.
That was
That's all right.
that wasn't LeBron.
That's
That
all
wasn't
right.
LeBron's plan, apparently.
LeBron wanted.
But LeBron didn't do what was supposed to be done in
Does he
2009.
ever? Did I
2009,
say that?
2009. Kobe said him
Apostle
right.
Chad Lewis, my brother.
2009. Kobe Bryant said, "I'll meet you in the
Yeah,
finals."
LeBron.
He said, "I'll
You're
meet
right,
you."
Apostle. LeBron ain't. You you can't say that too loud, Apostle.
Right,
Around these
right, right.
these LeBroniacs.
And when Kobe,
What
when he
Teddy called
passed,
him last week?
when
Braun
he like, "What you
Vestites.
doing?"
Yeah, he called him Braun Vestites.
Braun
No smoke.
Vestites. He didn't want the smoke. Listen, LeBron
Listen,
James is an
I said it.
all-world
I said
talent.
it
I
before,
will
and I say it
always say
again.
that.
Until LeBron is not a Laker, he's a Laker.
Okay, and that's fair. But
That's
he
fair.
wanted no. But that's when the All-Star Weekend died, and that's when Adam Silver started coming up with all. And I meant to touch on this. I have to because I'm sure y'all are gonna have some very strong thoughts about it when I mention it. Adam Silver this week was asked
I
about
promise you,
the NBA
everybody
TV deal.
thinks that because he's on LA. He didn't want that. He didn't want that. And for him, it doesn't make. But he's not a killer. He's not a killer.
Are you on a delay, Will?
He's on the delay.
You on a delay?
He's not a killer.
How we fix the sound and now the video is delayed.
Yep. Yep.
Now I gotta bring this up. So, the NBA, Adam Silver was talked to this past week, about a week and a half ago, a little over a week ago,
Disrespectful.
with regards to the NBA in this new TV deal, and how the fact that in this new TV deal that you need 1 billion apps in order to watch the games. His response to the reporter asked
No,
him
I'm
the
waiting.
question-
No, I'm not on delay. I just think some things about the deal was a joke, man.
He says that they have to, that if a person can't pay for the apps, that they should watch the highlights for free on social media. This is the commissioner of the league saying this nonsense. Are you crazy?
Which shows you it's about the bottom line. It's about the money.
You just got $2 billion from these networks.
But that's why he's saying it. It's about the money. He don't care. He like, yo, y'all deal with it. Y'all figure it out. We getting paid. That's what it is.
I agree, Apostle Lewis. Yeah, but yes. But even if you feel that way, as a commissioner, you don't say that out loud.
You don't say it out loud.
You don't say that out loud. What?
But this is Adam Silver. This is who we have as a commissioner.
Like,
Gone
dude,
are the days of David Stern being the diplomatic commissioner.
David Stern would have never said. David Stern would have found a way. He would have been on some like, we'll find ways for our fans because the NBA fans are the greatest fans in the world. And you're not. David Stern would have been diplomatic. He would have said, we still have deals. Bars still have deals. You can go watch games as a group. The fan experience. He is. That alone. For everything David Stern did to turn around the fortunes of that league and turn it into the financial juggernaut it is.
Commissioner. He's not an owner's commissioner.
Right. Like the commissioner of the NFL. The commissioner of the NFL
never said that.
is an owner's commissioner.
Right. Gregory Heflin,
Bishop
Heflin, yeah, he is the TKO of basketball.
Right. You told fans to pay for it on social media.
Yeah, the commissioner of the NFL, he is for the
Roger Goodell.
Mm-hmm. Roger Goodell is for the owners.
Right.
Absolutely.
Silver is for the players. He every chance he get, he is always doing something for the players.
But the problem is it's hurting the bottom line.
If people can't watch games, Adam Silver's gonna have a problem.
Well, it's gonna be a problem because
and if these networks don't get a return on their investment, it's gonna be a problem.
He stretched it too thin.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
happened.
And it's strictly
Right.
for the
It's
players.
five. What
He
what
wants
we
the
up to? Like
players to
5
generate
networks
revenue for
that
him,
games will be
not the
on this
owners.
year.
5 different networks. You talk about diluted, man. It's gonna be, man. I'm telling you.
Strictly for the
TNT,
owners. Strictly,
TNT,
strictly.
TNT, and ESPN, ABC was enough. With the occasional NBA TV,
Yep.
you didn't need to. I mean, if you wanted to add back NBC,
Hmm.
okay, fine. Amazon, Peacock, like you're not even putting the NBC games on free TV. You need a Peacock subscription to watch them.
Well, we knew that was going to happen when the NFL did what they did 2 years ago and put the
ESPN
Thanksgiving
with
game
ESPN,
when they put the Thanksgiving
the
game
NBA TV, the
on
NBC,
Prime. 2 years
ABC,
ago,
and
we
NBC.
saw this coming. Remember that?
Right, but at
Right.
least with the NFL, it was like one game a year. You putting half of your schedule.
Yeah, but you knew somebody was going to pick it up though,
Yeah, that's
Bishop. You
ridiculous.
knew that.
That's ridiculous.
Somebody was going to take that model and
I
run with it,
I
and
would
it
have
was the
accepted if you
NBA.
said, you know what, Prime. Right. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they took it and said, okay, it worked one night. The NFL does
With
17,
Prime Video.
18
With
games a
Prime
year.
Video
We got
on Prime.
82 games to do this.
Somebody text Willie and let him know he is on a delay. He doesn't believe he's on a delay, but he is on a delay.
Yeah.
He's on a delay.
Yo, that reception up in there, he lives in the Bermuda Triangle.
For real. For real, for real. But there you go. Okay, he
That's
caught
what
it.
took me so long to get on because my Wi-Fi, I had to make sure my Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi was like
Yeah.
I reset my box every Tuesday before the show. I make sure I go upstairs, I
Yeah.
reset the box and make sure it's good to go so that I'm able to roll because
Yeah.
things start getting choppy and it's all kind of craziness. And,
Yeah,
and
I
I
thank
even
God for my good Optimum out here. When I'm in Georgia, I got that crappy Spectrum. Ugh.
Spectrum is terrible.
Ugh.
Spectrum is absolutely terrible.
I got
And we got
Spectrum in Georgia. I don't get Xfinity Butler down there.
Willie, you there?
In my section of Georgia,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
here.
get Xfinity.
Back.
Yeah, can you hear us now as I'm talking to you?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you.
Okay, there
I
we
think I'm
go.
still on delay.
All right, because
Okay.
you was
Yeah.
on at least a 10-second delay. At the very least, it was a 10
That's all
second
right.
delay.
That's all right.
but
It's way
you
better
hit-
than last week. I give it.
this is true.
It's way
This
better
is
than
true.
last week.
Because that sounded like you was crackling paper in the microphone last week. And you was crunching up. Like, what are you writing a letter? What is happening? Can't get the words right. Cable is
Oh,
going
man.
to non-existent. I don't know, Bishop. I don't think cable will ever be obsolete, Bishop Heflin. But the
It
whole
just
idea,
won't be the first option anymore.
but the whole idea of cutting the cord, now more people are finding that it's better to just keep cable because after you purchase all of these apps, you're in the same boat.
Well, now what cable has done, Optimum it's basically an app box. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
I heard about that.
Yeah, because I got one here, but it's the only one I have in the house. Everywhere else has the apps, but I have it in my man cave. So you got the box where you can get on and you can do cable channels and you can do apps. So
Oh no, Apostle Lewis, you talking to a bunch of retired guys here. We not playing no more.
listen,
we
not
not
after
playing no
my
more.
brother did what he did to his leg last
Yeah,
year.
I thought I still had game, and then L got hurt last year, and that L getting hurt retired me.
Listen, L getting hurt retired all of us. Nobody
But
going
L
back
got
on
hurt
the
last
court.
year. That we all said nope, that's it,
Yup.
done.
When he had, man, all that rehab he had to go through, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
Right,
good.
and this was as a non-NBA
I
player.
I felt bad seeing that toe on that X-ray. I was like, oh god.
Yo, that X-ray was
Man.
crazy.
Uh-uh.
Listen, that
Yeah.
got me. Listen, that got me right real quick when I saw that.
Mm-mm.
Any aspirations I had of going out there.
I
No.
just had another friend of mine go through the same thing. Popped Achilles, and he in his 40s. I said,
Nah,
Mamba
man.
out. He said, Mamba out.
Mamba out. Mamba out. Yep.
Mamba out.
Mamba way out. Mamba ain't coming back.
Man, when he showed us that X-ray,
Yeah,
and
that
how
X-ray was
bone
it.
was cracked like
And-
perfectly. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Mm,
I mean, for it to come out of the
mm-mm,
skin and everything, like, bro,
Yep,
like, no, thank
I'm
you.
good.
mm-mm.
No, thank you.
I'm all right.
No, 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 thank you.
But I
Like,
thank God he got his dance back. I thank God he got his dance back.
that's all he. That's all he wanted. He wanted his dance back.
That's all he wanted.
Forget basketball. He just wanted the dance back.
Last year I went to preach for him and he couldn't even dance. I remember I went to preach for him and he had to sit there on the front row.
He just had to sit.
That's all he could
Itching,
do.
itching to move that brace, itching to take that brace off.
That was more painful than the actual injury.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Mhm.
And I tell people all the time, I never even felt pain through the injury. I didn't feel pain post surgery, nothing. I still got the
Mhm.
entire bottle of pills. I never took one painkiller. Not being able to walk and like that, it was just stupid. I was done. I'm over it. I never want to see another basketball again.
Apostle, don't laugh. Apostle, don't. Apostle Chad, don't laugh. That's not nice.
Listen,
Shifting gears from the NBA,
we have to, we have to, we have to know when to give it
have
up,
to know
brother.
when to give it up.
The
Shifting
mind, the
gears,
mind is willing.
but the flesh is absolutely weak.
It's all right for the apostle to laugh. Will called me and started laughing on FaceTime.
Yeah. I said, what are you doing? I said,
Yo,
what? He
Keisha
bust
called
down
me
now.
like 3
I was
times,
like,
like, yo,
what,
it's an
bro?
emergency. I'm like, emergency? What the heck is going
Right.
on? She got me on the phone. I'm like, what happened? She's like, it's Bishop Butler. I'm like, what happened?
That's because me and Key was on FaceTime. We was
Yeah, it was
talking
it
on
was on FaceTime.
FaceTime, and like I'm still talking on FaceTime, and I'm shooting around, and she was like, "Yo, dunk it."
Oh, it's Keisha's fault then.
And then like
So now
mid
it comes out. It's
no,
actually
then
Keisha's fault.
right mid then midway into my decision on dunking, and she's like, "Don't do it. You can't dunk. You can't dunk." Like, yo, she was on some.
Uh-oh,
Oh yeah,
She
it's
uh-oh,
was on
Keisha's
some. You
fault. This is
can't
uh-oh.
do
all
it. You
Keisha's
can't do it.
fault. Oh, this is all Keisha's fault. Okay, so we all know now.
He,
It's
he,
this
he should go come on here in a minute. Watch.
Keisha Carter. We now blame. We now know that you are the one to blame for the
You
injury
are the
that
culprit.
took out our dear Bishop.
So she dared me. Y'all don't want to talk about it, man.
Fellas,
This is hilarious.
I got it.
I think this is so funny right here
It is. This is hilarious.
I don't
because
want to
I've
talk
never
about it.
heard her say this.
Right, I didn't hear this story. This part of the story.
That's
Keisha
right.
never told me, and you never told us. So this is the first time we hearing
over a year
this.
later. This is over a year later, and I'm hearing this. This is so
So
funny.
if this is your first time hearing this, you are about to experience.
She was like, yo, like we was on FaceTime. I left breakfast. I was going to play ball. She was like, and I'm shooting around, so everything was good. She's on the FaceTime on the bench. So I'm shooting around, everything is good. And then she was like, "You think you can still dunk?" And I was like, "I think I can still do it." She was like, "Let me see." Then when I go to do it, it's, "You can't do it. You can't dunk. You can't dunk. Don't do it. You can't." Like, it was just a back and forth thing. I'm like, let me just go ahead and try. And I tried the wrong dunk because I tried the
Cool.
right dunk.
I got you, Willie.
It was the wrong dunk to
You
Fellas,
try.
should have did a
I love
two-hander. Did
y'all.
you do
I
a
gotta run.
one-hander?
Willie got to run. Always a pleasure to have you on. You're gonna miss the
It,
rest of the
it,
part of the
it was
conversation, but
it was
Now,
definitely
it
Rick,
check back in
was
if you can.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna get on YouTube and watch the rest. But I gotta run. Gotta have a conversation. You know what that is? Ministry calls.
Go do your thing. Up and there she is. So Keisha, we just had a very interesting conversation.
a
Willie, don't
revelation.
you, Willie? Now you want to hang
It-
around now. Look at you.
It was a revelatory conversation, Keisha, where we just found out that apparently during allegedly we got to use that word,
Apparently, allegedly,
allegedly, that
unconditionally.
you may have unwittingly been the cause of our Bishop L's injury because it was you that dared him to attempt the dunk in the first place.
That did you try a one-hand dunk or a two-hand dunk?
No, let me finish. I tried the
Wait, it's too late. He's like, Butler, please don't tell us. It's too late. He already told it.
Don't. I tried a bounce alley oop dunk,
No. Come on,
and
man.
Oh, Keisha, that's happening. We ain't even discussing that, but that's
and on
happening.
the bounce, if you bounce it, you gotta go get it.
You gotta go get it. You
Had I
gotta meet it
had
at
I
the
yo
apex.
had I lobbed it, it would have probably been different because the lob it comes down
To you. It'll
Right
come
to
on
down
you.
the
to you.
cylinder.
But but I bounced it, and on bouncing it, I had to go get it. And
You had to super hyper extend your back.
It
yeah,
appears that Keisha is disputing your version of the story here.
key.
Keisha,
Okay,
do you
let
need
me
to come on to defend yourself? I'll
bring her
send you the
on.
link. Let me know.
Bring her on.
Do you need to come on and defend yourself,
Bring her
Keisha?
on. Bring her
Tell her
on.
Angel Reese is coming to New York.
We're not even gonna discuss that. That's happening. I'm too waiting for the trade to go down. It's
I'm
gonna
just
happen.
waiting.
Listen, I follow her on TikTok, and my girl, she used to do her game day outfit thing. Last 3 games, she changed it from game day outfit to outfit of the day. Like
Listen,
she's out of Chicago. She out
I
of it.
knew she wasn't playing her last game. She was when she said that was it, and
Mm-hmm.
she is out of there. That's her
Oh,
last.
wait, El,
That's
this is
it.
for you. Keisha says you was trying to be Superman. Tell the freaking truth.
I never disputed the dunk that I tried. We are talking about the fact that you
You dared him.
dared me to do it and then tried to retract the dare midway through me getting my strength, like through me stretching. Like, nah, don't try to get me to do it. And now, nah, don't do it. You can't do it. Now you don't already put the battery in my back.
Keisha.
That's a man. You can't dare. You can't do that to a man, Keisha. But Angel Reese is coming to New York.
Oh yeah, that's happening. That's
And
happening.
you're gonna be a Liberty fan and Angel Reese fan.
Yep, you ain't gonna have no choice. Just like you're a LeBron fan and
Keisha,
he on the Lakers, you gonna
here
be a
she
Reese fan.
comes.
Bring her on.
Here she
I am
comes.
tired, okay? Tired. What?
I just wanted to give you the space to defend yourself against these allegations.
Butler knows daggone well. He went to the court himself, okay? He was over there at the diner having some spinach, eating Popeye spinach, and he felt like he was big man.
Popeye
Then,
spinach.
all of a sudden, he says, yo, Key, yo, you think I could dunk? Key, you think I could? I said, Butler, I
Popeye
literally,
spinach. Keisha, Popeye spinach.
I will tell the truth. I will
Popeye
tell the
spinach.
truth. I said, Butler, you can't dunk no more. You can't dunk no more. And he was
So
like,
you're admitting to daring him.
after the fact that he was like, he going to the court to play ball and he going to the court to do X, Y, Z because it was a beautiful day. So this is what happened. I didn't tell him to go to the court. He wanted to go
He
to the
didn't
court.
say that you told him to go to the court. No. He did that. That's
He
not
said
up for
you
the
dared him to
He said
dunk.
you dared him to
He
dunk.
brought it up. Bishop McCann, Bishop Dealer. Okay? I'm calling you Bishop Dealer. Okay?
I'm just hearing.
I
I'm just.
am
Re-
I mean,
telling
I
I'm
am a
just
bishop.
re-
I mean,
I'm
still,
just
I'm just saying.
repeating.
but you know I never call you that. Okay?
I'm
Yeah, it's just
just
D-Lo.
repeating. I'm just repeating what was said over these airwaves.
Butler knows daggone
Rasheen,
well.
what's going on, bro?
He wanted to be on that court to prove to himself that he still got it.
To
Okay?
prove to himself.
To prove to himself that he still got it.
Okay, on the court, but him shooting around and making a few simple cuts and dribbles here is a lot different
Who
from
said that he was making few simple cuts and
Oh, there's more to this story. Well, Keisha, let's hear it all. We here now.
now, Butler, you can't
This
be
whole
doing
situation has hijacked the show.
Butler, you can't be coming on this show to tell this story.
As we finally are now getting the truth about the injury that ended the
Keisha,
illustrious Bishop
we was
L's career.
on FaceTime.
Butler
We
had
was
me on FaceTime, had me sitting on the bench.
He
And
He
said
said
that.
that. He said that.
He said
Yep.
that.
Sitting on
Yep.
the bench and said, yo, Key, watch this. And he was ass on the chest, everything, okay? He wanted to be out there
S
And
on
he
the
was over
chest.
there doing
S on the
courses.
chest.
He
She
was
called
on-
you Dwight Howard.
No. No, my brother was really out there though. He was out there. He was like, yo, Key. He
Yo.
was
Oh,
like,
sorry.
yo, back
I'm
in
sorry.
the day.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
He said, no, Butler was like, yo, Key, back in the day. Let me tell you what I was doing back in the
man.
day. So he had to show me what he was doing back in the day. That's what he did. My brother was showing me what, Butler, you know you was. You was out there showing me how you was getting down back in the day. You
Okay.
wanted to show me.
So
So,
that's
That's a
fun.
couple of jump shots go in, a little layup goes in, a little, cut to the left, to the right, dribble. That is successful. I said, yo, I really believe I can still dunk it. You think you can dunk?
Okay. Look,
This is what I said, but you're not listening.
I'm sorry, Elder. I'm sorry.
But you're not listening. She says, let me see.
Is
Let
that
me
what you
see.
said, Keisha?
Let me
She's
see.
serious.
You can't. No, because you're here now.
She's
Yep,
not
you
serious.
here now. You here.
Bishop McCann.
Stop.
Yeah.
No, I let you talk.
I said that.
You did say it.
I said
She
that.
admit. Okay, so you're
I
admitting
said-
to saying that.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie. I
Okay.
said that. I said, bitch. I said, Butler, let me see. I said, you can't dunk. He said, Key, I still got it. He wanted to prove to me that he still got it. Because he needed to show me that he still got it. And then I said,
you
I
didn't do
said, yo,
anything.
Key. I said,
But
yo,
you didn't
Key.
do
I can
anything to
still get up there.
discourage him.
Wait.
Dila, I did tell him, don't do it.
Time out.
I told him.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Key. You know why you didn't tell me don't do it? Because I didn't attempt to dunk first.
Right, Apostle. That's how it happens.
I didn't attempt to dunk first. I grabbed the rim first. Don't you remember that?
Wait,
But
you
I
didn't
grabbed the
disclose
rim
that.
first. And you was
had
like,
a
oh,
whole
you still got up
testimony
there.
service at the church, and you told your testimony about how I was there, and you told the whole church. You know daggone well. we was about to have a praise break, okay? For you.
The truth, again.
Listen,
the truth
y'all do
is-
me a favor. Y'all like, share, y'all get some more people in
my
here.
God.
Only
This
on a
right
Church
here
Guy Sports
is-
Show can you get this stuff.
This is
Y'all-
phenomenal.
Yes, this is gold
You know,
right here.
I
This
love
is
my brother
gold.
with everything in me, but he be killing me. Because why would he think that I would want him to dunk? Bishop McCann, I'm telling you right now, if I put this camera down, I'm gonna show you how he was crossing. He was crossing on the court. He was like, Key. And then he got really hyped because he got mad because he was missing a couple of shots. He got a little mad. You know how that goes, right? So he got a little mad and he felt like he had to keep on shooting. I said, okay, this is getting really real out here, okay? Because there was nobody out there on the court.
Yo, this is comedy. This is
There was
gold.
nobody
this is gold.
on
I
the
love it.
court. There was nobody on the court but my brother. My brother was out there, and he was shooting, but he started getting frustrated. He was like, okay, why I'm not making these shots? He's like, Key, I still got it. I said, okay, go ahead, go do what you gotta do. I was hyping my brother up.
Ah, so you admit that you were hyping him up.
I would never say I did. I never said I didn't. But what I'm not going to be blamed for is the fact of his injury.
But you're hyping him up
Because
inadvertently.
nobody was around Butler when this happened. Okay, I just want to disclose that.
You were around. You was on FaceTime on the bench.
No,
I
I
just
get
wanna
what
disclose-
she's saying.
I understand what she's saying too.
She's trying to be funny right here. That's what
Absolutely.
she's trying to do.
Absolutely.
You see that, Butler? She's trying to be, okay,
Now, Bishop
all right.
McCann, we can't be devil's advocate, okay? Let me tell you something.
What?
I even offered the orthopedic doctor because that is my field. I said, Butler, he was still laying on the ground. He peeked his head up and looked.
Yo! Apostle Chad said, this is the best TV I watched all year. Yo, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, Apostle, we right here. Every
Oh
Tuesday
my
night at 8,
God.
we right here.
These are. He
oh,
picked his head up and he said, Key. He said, Key. He was like, not right now. I said, are you okay? Like, I'm
you said he was laid on the ground?
on the ground.
And pick this.
He picked his head up and looked at the camera camera like,
And I said,
I said,
yo,
let me get you a doctor. Let me
I
call my
said,
doctors
yo,
out there.
it's my knee. I said, it's my knee. I know it is. And I got to, I don't want to talk about this. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it was, she saw me grab the rim
Oh
first.
my God,
And when
yo,
she
this is
saw me
comedy.
grab the rim, when she saw me grab the
That should
rim
have been the
first,
end of it.
when she saw me grab the
Right.
rim first, she said, yo, you might be able to still do it. Yo, I
That should have
said,
been the end of it
Oh,
once you
you
grabbed the
left that
rim.
part out, Keisha. You gave him the encouragement beyond him just grabbing the rim.
He already had the encouragement for himself when he
But I
touched the
think
rim.
if you had said, okay, you grabbed the rim, I don't think you should attempt the dunk. I
That's
think he
called
might have stopped.
encouragement. I was encouraging my brother that he could still
Keisha,
fly.
this
Keisha,
week's
Keisha, Keisha,
piece, this week's graffiti pieces.
Keisha. How was he? How was you said he was? How was he on the ground? How was he?
He wasn't
How-
on the ground. He was on the cement.
and
Okay.
you said how he
He
got to the
crawled.
camera?
He crawled to the bench from the.
Wait. Can you give us a demonstration? I'll put you on full screen. Can you give us a demonstration?
I'm not doing that to my brother. I will not do that to Butler. Because y'all not going to have Butler hit me up and tell me off.
Man.
We're not doing that.
Oh,
Listen, he sanctioned you coming on to defend your side of the story. He sanctioned it. So he is complicit in whatever happens
Keisha.
going forward on this show.
You're not doing
Keisha,
that to my brother.
You said, and he looked at the camera like this.
No, he did. He was on
I'm
the
okay.
ground. He was on the ground like this. And I said, Butler. He said, Key. I said, you are right.
Oh, all right, stop.
Right.
Stop.
Right, Rashid, she pushed him just too far.
Stop.
She pushed him too far
I said,
completely.
Butler, you all right? He couldn't get up because he crawled from the basket, from the hoop all the way to the bench.
Oh my God.
So
Yo.
I
Stop,
said, Butler,
y'all.
are you okay? Now I know his knees was killing him because you crawled. He didn't even walk, you crawled.
All I know is I was at work in Virginia, where
I
I
called
live.
you and Bishop McCain.
And
I
my
was here
phone,
doing my work, doing my schoolwork.
you doing your school, and my phone, and I missed the first call because I was actually in a meeting, and I'm like, Keisha calling me. Okay, I call her back. She called back, and I'm like,
And Keisha
okay,
called
what is
me.
going
I was
on?
like, I said, what's the
Because for
matter?
Keisha to call me back to back to back like that, I'm like, something is wrong.
But
So-
I had to call period, okay? Because I don't call.
Right, you text.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's very true. You text.
I don't do the
So,
call.
Listen, I'm just glad my brother is healed.
Right.
And
That's why we can
normal.
laugh at it now. We can laugh at it now
That's
because
right.
because he's
That's
100%. God healed him. He got his
90,
dance
90,
back.
95.
No, we claiming 100. We claiming 100.
That X-ray
And if
was
I was
serious.
such,
Listen,
I
if
was
those of
with
you
him through the
y'all
whole
didn't see the X-ray,
process.
we actually saw the X-ray, and so it was bad.
We did.
And so for
We
him
did.
to be at a place to where he even got his dance all the way back now is a miracle. All jokes aside.
I
All
was
jokes
with him
aside.
through
It's
the whole
funny.
process. He
So
actually even called me when he was on his way to the hospital.
Listen, when you got a broken bone, and it's
Rashid, Elder Rashid Caldwell said that spirit tricked him.
Y'all not gonna do my brother like that.
listen, anytime a broken
I didn't
bone
say it.
protrudes-
The viewers
protrudes
said
through
it.
your
I didn't
skin,
say it.
It's protruding through your skin. That's
Yeah.
serious business.
That's
So
very
there was
serious.
no bones broke.
Right.
No bones broke. The toe
It was dislocated.
It was dislocated.
in two places.
That,
Jesus.
that's crazy.
It was
Jesus, man.
it was dislocated
I
at the
remember.
it was dislocated at the nail bed, and it was dislocated at the joint.
You would have, but the way it looked on the X-ray, you would have thought it was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just look at the
The
X-ray.
way it looked on the X-ray.
The X-ray looked like it
And
was a
let
broken
me just
bone.
add, I would never call Davey ever again. I called Davey after I called Bishop McCann and after I called D-Lo. And Davey said, well, who got him? Did he get up? I was like, Davey.
Wait! And there he
Like he's
is.
dead.
And
Like
there
he's
he
a
is.
body now.
Pastor Wright
Davey,
said,
got him?
"Don't you play
I
basketball
would
no more."
never call Davey ever again in my life. Okay. He said, well,
Dave,
did
you
he
out
get
of
up?
Bible. You out of Bible study. Get your butt on the show.
Then you talking about who got him.
He said, who got him? Did he get up? Did he get up? I
Like
said,
Davey, it wasn't a death. Don't be talking about who got the
Right.
body.
Hey, who got the body?
Who got the body?
I would never call Davey ever again. Ever again. Okay? There
Elder
was
Caldwell
no
said, Bishop
help.
just played 2K. That's the closest I got to the. Listen, that's where I'm at. Listen, we all retired after Bishop Butler's injury. We all called it a quits. It is
Right, but we were talking about at one point getting
get on
back
the
on the
court.
court.
Yeah,
And we was gonna play Brooklyn against Long Island.
yeah.
We
Don't
were
do it.
That
talking about
ended.
that.
Don't
That
do
ended.
it.
It's not happening.
Bishop McCann, you
Listen.
better not.
Oh,
Like
you gotta tell
these
me
gentlemen
twice.
here are over 50. I am a year from 50. It's not happening. No.
Listen, these suitcase squats are killing me. I know I ain't getting on the court jumping up and down.
Listen,
No.
my daily runs are killing me, and I'm like
No.
running
But
3-4
but-
miles a
Suitcase
day.
squats with 50
I'll be
pound
tired.
weights is killing
Oh,
me.
that's
Ain't
nuts.
no way I'm jumping
Ain't no
on
basketball
nobody's
playing
court.
happening. Exactly.
But
Exactly.
but Butler was shooting though. He was hitting them. He was hitting them point. He was hitting them shots. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know what triggered him. I don't know what happened, but it must
Ethan,
have
why
been a
you starting
beautiful
back
day.
up? Now we done calmed it down. Why you going back in again?
Because I'm still trying to
And
think.
so
trying to-
we have
listen,
Butler's
listen,
doctor
Keisha.
has joined the fray.
Ethan, we singing Remember Me already. You know, after they shout, we go, Remember. That's what we at.
Monday. Come on,
Superintendent
You take us
David,
back to the South.
Superintendent John David Wright has joined the conversation.
Oh, yeah, we were waiting for you, sir.
Uh-oh.
Y'all
So-
gonna get me? I'm in trouble.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
you in
I'm
trouble.
gonna let Butler take care of you.
So
You was on your show. You was on your show talking about you was not you that what was it he said? You was on your show.
I said it was time for Tips to go.
Get out of here. Get out
when
of
did you
here.
say? I got video
outta here.
receipts.
D-Lo.
You are.
Let me tell
I
you.
will.
Right.
I was gonna do.
Yo.
I was gonna do a show next week of
Yo,
just video
he
receipts
said-
of David.
He
I
said,
I said it.
D-Lo
he
and
said,
Butler.
he said, I've been was saying
The
it's
lie.
time for Tips to go.
The
That's what he said.
lie.
I
The lie.
said
The
No.
lies.
McCants wanted him fired at
lies.
halftime. I didn't say we need to get
No,
him.
no. Let's get it straight.
McCants wanted him fired 3 years
5
ago.
years ago. I wanted him fired when Randall was here.
He got
David-
hired 5 years ago.
Listen,
Exactly.
I wanted him fired after the
He
Atlanta
never
series.
wanted him.
Davey be forgetting that we know him in real life. And he be going on that freaking show. He be going on that show and lying.
Right,
'Cause
talking to
when I
people
look-
that
and it's so
was
crazy.
like it ain't us because we know him. That's why he go on in the
D-Lo,
middle of
and
the
it's
day
so
while we all
crazy.
busy.
Now,
So
he
we
gonna
can't
go on
contradict
my
nothing he say.
I was
He gonna
on
go
my
on one
lunch
show.
break and I logged on, and that's when he was talking about Tips. And I said, Davey, stop lying. I said, Davey, stop lying. You did not say that. We have receipts over here. We got receipts.
No. What I said,
I have a season's worth of video receipts. A season's
What?
worth.
You need to edit them and put them up.
And put them up. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to go
Please.
through.
no, what I said,
What you
Was-
said,
he had, he
You gonna
was
label it
good,
Tibbs
but
advocate.
he probably took us as far as he can take us.
When did you say that?
you didn't
He
say
said that
before.
that day.
I said it yesterday.
Yesterday.
Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Davey,
You know
you
what?
are so full of it. Full of it. Okay?
But Butler said the way he made it sound like he always felt this way.
Yes, that's what
That's
he
the way he
did
made it
on the
sound like
show.
on that show.
That's
Listen,
what
and
he did on the
Keisha's
show.
corroborating what Butler said.
That's
So
what he
But-
did on the show. That's what
It
he
was
did.
hard. It was hard for me to go there with y'all because he got coach of the year. You
It didn't
can't fire
matter
the
because-
coach of the year.
But we
Yes, you
kept telling
can.
you it didn't matter. It didn't matter. You was talking about him getting 200 wins, the winningest Nick coach. We kept telling you it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Davey,
All this
you
is
was
true.
not talking about no daggone coach of the year on the show the other day. You didn't say nothing like that. Don't be coming over here with your freaking lying tail.
Oh my
I didn't
lord.
know we were gonna get Mike Brown. Mike, I did.
And D-Lo, Bishop McCann, and Butler. I know Butler can agree to this. He even had the audacity to say, I have confidence in
Oh,
Mike
your screen is black.
He said,
You got confidence in Mike Brown. Dave, when they hired Mike Brown, you
Still
were
black.
skeptical. You were skeptical. I remember.
confidence in Mike Brown.
I got receipts of that too.
You were skeptical when they hired him.
We can change our mind. We can change our.
You absolutely can change your mind. Absolutely. But in
And
changing your
Tibbs did not
mind,
have this bench. Tibbs did not have this bench.
Now
It
we
no,
wouldn't
he
talking
have mattered.
about
did.
He
the
wouldn't have
But he
played
had
him no
a
way.
bench.
He wouldn't have played him no way.
We
Don't
talking
get me
about
started.
Bishop McCann. We talking about a bench at
He
this
didn't
moment.
play the bench he had.
David,
got
we
two-
talking about the bench.
We got 2 6-men of the year. We got Malcolm Brogdon and Jordan Clarkson. We didn't have Tibbs didn't have that.
Davey, he didn't play the bench he had. And when he did play him, that's what got him fired. The games he played them in the playoffs against Indiana, they won. And when Nick management saw, if you would have played the bench, maybe we would have had a shot. They said, get him out of here. And I was in agreement.
I think we all were in agreement with that.
Except
And I'm not
Davey,
even a Knicks fan.
Davey was saying, he was like, y'all gonna
Right,
regret
Keisha
it.
was calling
Y'all
for his
gonna
head, and
regret
he's
it."
not even a Knicks fan.
Davey was saying, y'all gonna regret
Keisha was
this.
like, yeah,
I'm
Tibbs got to
telling
go.
you."
Y'all mean to tell me y'all
You know, I
wasn't
couldn't
scared
stand him.
when we fired Tibbs and we had no plan?
No.
We started
we
calling
wanted him
other folks to
gone.
get their coach.
Who?
Calling all these teams to talk to their coaches.
For the record, that is due diligence in the
Smoke
NBA.
screen again.
Listen, the
No,
Brogdon
D-Lo.
thing, because
D-Lo.
nobody expected the Brogdon thing. Everybody was so focused on Ben Simmons, and they swooped in and got Brogdon.
D'Lo, not to interrupt you, but don't even comment on that because I'm gonna go back to your video. I hope that video is still up because you talked about that topic too. I'm gonna go back and I'm going to.
Do we need to go get the video?
I can change my mind, Keisha Carter.
But you didn't say that on your broadcast. You made it sound like you always felt this way.
Chad, that would have been ideal, but I'm happy with Mike Brown. I'm glad.
Butler, he made it sound like he always felt this way. Am I correct?
He said,
Jackson and Tibbs
I've
in the
been
same
said it was
category.
time for Tibbs to go.
He been said, you ain't been said nothing.
You
So
been
you want to go and lie in front of the people?
I felt it in my spirit. I didn't say it, but I felt it in my spirit.
He felt it in his spirit. I'm gonna take a break.
Yo,
Because words have power.
we all
See,
gotta
you
go to Davies banquet on Saturday. Everybody gotta go to Davies banquet Saturday.
Yeah,
After that comment, absolutely not.
we're gonna have oxtails, Keisha.
I'm not going
We're gonna have crab legs.
because I need to know which Davy I'm meeting at the banquet.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Pastor Dave, you are entitled to change your mind, but you're not entitled to change the narrative. That's not what you're entitled to do. The narrative was you didn't
Bishop
want Tibbs
Heflin.
on.
See, you never saw it, but see, when you can put in whatever name you want when you're coming into the broadcast, every week for most of the season, he would put in Tibbs Advocate as his name when I brought him on. This is the same man who is now saying he knew it was time for him to go.
Y'all were unfair to Tibbs. Y'all were unfair to him. Butler wanted him fired before he started. I mean, not Butler, McCann, and both of you. Y'all wanted him fired.
Sure did.
What coach got us the furthest in the last 25 years? Tom Thibodeau.
And he ran the team in the ground.
And got himself
didn't play
fired.
his bench. And that's why he's not here.
You would think, Dave, that the coach that got us that far, the first one to do it in 25 years, would still have his job if the front office felt like he was the man for the job.
They gave him
He had
a
5 years.
5-year extension
for $30 million.
To do nothing.
Yesterday.
And then said, you know what? Never mind. We changed our minds. You're not the man for the job.
This is your severance package.
You
Go
gotta
off.
go.
It's kind of like Mark Jackson with Golden State. I think Mark Jackson took Golden State as far as he could. And they had to bring in Steve Kerr.
I disagree.
was in-
Mark Jackson was
Mark-
fired for political reasons.
Mark Jackson was interrupted during that season. He could have took them further, but they didn't allow it. That's
He
not
was
the same.
fired because he took him to church.
Basically, he
And
had Bible
also,
study.
that year, Steph got hurt.
Yeah,
That
he
was
did.
at the time Steph had those bad ankles.
Yep, I was going to say he had an ankle injury, so that don't count.
So
Well, I'll say Tibbs may have had somewhat of a bench, but they giving Mike Brown.
oh no,
everything.
this is listen. I think we all agree this bench is better than last year's bench, but we never got to see how good last year's bench could have been because the coach never played them.
This bench is better than the starters 10 years ago.
You are. I would agree with you. I would
Agreed.
absolutely agree with
I
you.
would agree.
I would
Agreed.
absolutely agree.
I would agree.
Langston Galloway and all them boys.
Dennis
Very
Smith
young
Jr.
talent.
Tibbs,
See,
Alonzo Tria.
Ronaldo
Alonzo Trier,
Balkman.
Ronaldo
Don't forget about Balkman.
Quincy AC.
Don't forget about Ronaldo Balkman.
Tibbs
Ronaldo
played.
Balkman.
Listen, Tibbs played the starters like it was a drummer playing a shout at a 170 BPM for 20 minutes straight.
Dag, a 170?
A
Jesus.
170.
That's better than that. That's how Heads and them used to shout in the 90s.
That's not a shout. That's house music.
for 20 minutes straight.
That's why them folks was having them heart attacks out there in institutions.
Coach, take me out. Take me out. Take me out, coach.
Yo, the league's Iron Man is like, yeah, maybe we playing too many minutes.
And then Tim's come back. He didn't say that to me.
We ain't talking about that.
We
What?
didn't talk about that.
How old is Tom Thibodeau? Is he in his 60s?
Yeah,
He's the same age as you, right?
Yeah,
No,
he was mid 60s.
he's in the 60s. He's an old man.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
He
They
won't
on the
get another
court
head
screaming.
coaching position.
They on the court screaming, coach, take me out. And he on the sideline talking about, let the game tell you what to do.
Right. His favorite friend. Yo, he used to drive me crazy at every press conference. Oh,
That's what he told Brunson.
I just believe the game tells you what to do. No, nigga, you the coach.
That's what he told Brunson. That's why everybody getting mad. He was telling him, let the game tell you what to do.
You are the coach. The coach is supposed to tell us what to do, not the game.
But I'm gonna tell you, Mike Woodson likes to run. Mike Woodson, Mike Brown, he gonna run them. He gonna run them.
But he has the horses
He got the
to where
horses
it's
to do it now.
they're 12 deep. This team, we went over the roster before you came on. They are 12 deep.
Hey, Dave, I bet you this much. You won't have to worry about them going past 7, 8 deep this year.
Oh no,
I
they
can
go.
guarantee you that. We ain't gonna be having that conversation this year.
But
He going 7 deep. Look,
So
he
you
going
telling me-
9 deep.
you telling me Mike Brown gonna have a 12-man rotation?
He
Yes,
gonna
he
go
is.
at least 10.
He's
He's going at least 10.
I'll tell you what I said. It's going to be situational, but you're going to see a lot of different mixes and matches during the course of the games and during the year. Guys are going to get minutes. Whose phone is that?
Yours.
Can't be mine. I'm on a computer.
Well, every time you come back on it, I only hear from you.
Oh, you trying to get cut off, Keisha. That's
I know.
is that what?
He's not gonna go 12 deep, Dave, but he's gonna go at least 8 to 9. And that's more than Tibbs did during the season.
Oh, let me see something.
I believe
You
it.
understand?
I believe it.
He gonna
But
go
let's
at
not
least 8
act
to 9.
like Tyler Kolek gonna get 20 minutes a
No,
night.
that's not me. I'm muted. That wasn't me. That's still going. That's not me.
Oh, that must be David. You got Android.
No,
Oh, shots fired. Wait, I'm trying to find out who it is. I'm gonna figure it out.
It might be me. I'm gonna leave and come back.
No, it's
Oh.
Keisha.
It was Keisha.
No, it wasn't.
Keisha, it's your phone.
See, it's you, loose here.
It's you, Keisha. Go
It's
out,
your
come back.
phone, Keisha.
Never said Angel Reese, and my phone would have been fine. All right.
Angel Keish, it's
Angel
your phone.
Key, listen,
Angel Keish.
you and your twin sister get it together, okay?
She
Boy,
coming
did
to
y'all
New
see
York.
Angel
So
Reese
get
in
back.
the locker room with Crawford?
She towers over that man. That was funny.
Yo,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
crazy.
She gave him strength to fight.
Listen, he won.
Sure enough did.
And won convincingly.
Yes, he did. I mean,
Yes,
but
he
Canelo is older anyway. Keisha, what just happened? Okay, Canelo is older anyway, so I mean,
He boxed him.
he did. He absolutely did.
He didn't try to brawl with him.
No,
He boxed him.
He definitely boxed him. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. These fights getting going on later and later, which I guess we'll segue now quickly to baseball. Yankees trying to catch the Blue Jays now. The Mets are in a free fall. Davey's shaking his head.
They won. Didn't they ended the 8-game win losing streak.
The 8-game losing streak, yeah, but the Mets have been in a free fall for a minute now.
They winning tonight. They up 8-3 right now.
But the problem is,
are they still in the wild card, or they on the outside looking in?
They on the outside looking in.
They're also looking in as of right now. Yankees currently lead the Minnesota Twins 10-4. That game plays in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mets lead 8-3 in the bottom of the 8th on TBS. They lead the Padres. The Mets are going to probably win that game.
How many games back they are in the wild card?
The Mets are currently,
I think 2.
I'm going to tell you right now. The Mets are in the 3rd wild card slot right now.
So they are. So they're in right now.
They're a game and a half ahead of Arizona for the 3rd and final wild card slot.
They're gonna hold on to win it. They're gonna hold on to win it. But they don't deserve it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way they've been playing, they don't deserve that wild card.
But they're gonna find themselves at this rate. They're gonna find themselves in a best of 3 on the road. Because remember, this the one thing that baseball got right where it comes to their playoff system. You're a wild card. You gotta win 3 games you gotta win 2 out of 3 on the road.
But the Mets actually played better on the road. They did it last year. They went to Milwaukee. Don't forget that.
They did.
They play better on the road than they do at home.
But they're not gonna catch San Diego. They're gonna have to hold on to that spot because they're not catching San Diego, and they're definitely not catching Chicago.
They're gonna hold on to the 3rd spot. They're gonna hold on.
And they're not catching Chicago for the first wild card. The first one, Chicago's 9.5 up on them in the first wild card.
Yeah, that's over.
That's done. And they're not catching the Phillies to win the National League East.
No.
The Phillies took care of them last weekend when they went down.
Yeah, the Phillies ended it last week.
Yeah, they ended it last weekend. Yeah.
The Phillies have a 12.5 game lead with like 15 to play. That's done. The Phillies have clinched essentially.
But if we play them in the playoff, I think we could take them.
I agree. I believe them.
I mean, the playoffs are that's just it. The Mets are gonna have to win that series on the road. That's the only thing. They're gonna have to win that series on the road.
They can
Ain't
do
you paying Juan Soto like $1 billion or something?
He's had a good season.
He's been good. He's been good. Yeah, he hasn't been great, but he's been good.
And he shows up in the
playoffs.
playoff.
Judge in front of him. You don't have Aaron Judge in front of him.
I mean, but he's got the polar bear. I mean, he does have Pete Alonso.
The Polar been playing.
He's had a great season.
Yeah, they got to give him.
We almost didn't re-sign him. We almost didn't get him back.
They got to pay him now.
They really got to pay him. Exactly. Now they really got to pay him.
1 year deal. They got to pay him now. Now you got to pay him. Now you got to pay him.
Yankees trail Toronto by 5 games in the American League East. Looks like they lead the wild card by a game and a half over Boston.
First wild card?
The Yankees are in the first wild card slot.
Nice.
A game and a half over Boston and Houston.
I just want both New York teams in the playoffs. That's all I want.
The American League East will more than likely put 3 teams in the playoffs.
Wow.
Nice.
That's crazy. The American League East has always been the other than Houston, that's the cream of the American League. The American League East is a problem.
Houston still scares me though, man.
Houston's always going to be scary, but I will say this: the Yankees have handled them this year, which doesn't usually happen. The Yankees have handled them this year, so we'll see.
And we got to see what Aaron Judge is going to do in the playoffs. If he don't have a good playoff run, that's it for him. His legacy is done in New York.
Oh yeah, Absolutely, I totally agree.
This the year he's got to hit the cover off the ball
In
in
the
the
playoffs.
playoffs. Because now you have no excuse now.
He has I think to a man, other than him not having Soto to protect him, he has a better overall lineup around him this year, though.
But he's going to have to hit this year.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of that had to do with the fact that last year it was him, Soto, and nobody else, so teams didn't have to pitch to him.
That 0-0-90 whatever batting average.
091.
That ain't gonna work. That ain't
That
gonna
sound
work,
like
baby.
somebody's
You got
blood
to hit.
pressure.
That's somebody's blood pressure, Dave.
Oh my gosh. Woo! But Butler, what is your take on Aaron Judge? Do you agree this is his playoff series? He's got to show up during this playoff run.
You know,
What do you think? I mean, I'm asking you.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's built like that. I don't think he's built like that. I think that he is a regular season player with above average numbers, and when those lights come on bright, because that is the time where the pressure mounts. The pressure's not on the Yankees through 1 to 162. That's not when the pressure's on the Yankees. The pressure's on the Yankees when it comes time for you to get to the playoffs, and now we gotta win it all.
Postseason.
It's postseason. Because no matter how great your record is, the Yankees' motto is, if it's no championship, it's a bust.
Yep.
And so he's unable
That was
to
George's motto. That's not Hal's.
Well, he's unable to handle that kind.
Well, it's the Yankee fan.
It doesn't have to be housed. It doesn't have to be housed. At the end of the day, that's the culture of our team.
I was gonna say that's the Yankee fan. The
Yeah.
Yankee fan says that.
Yeah.
Hal may not say it, but the Yankee fan says it.
So
like you and Butler and all. Listen, the Yankee fan says that. It's gonna be. I have to agree with you. I don't know, Dave. I have to agree with you. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it. I don't think he's built for it.
And it ain't just him. If they don't win it, Boone might be in trouble.
Boone should have been gone. But here's the thing.
Him and Cashman should have been gone.
But I agree. But I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. How Clint Frazier for L and I were on together. I've been following Clint Frazier on TikTok. He's a former Yankee who has played recently for them, as recently as 2 years ago. And he said it. He's now out of the league. So he's been saying how, everybody talks about, Boone needs to go. He kept it a buck. He said, listen, Boone is a great guy. He's a player's manager and all that. He's a really great guy. But if people are going to say that Boone needs to go, he said, I ain't going to say no names, but there's a lot of other people that need to go as well because Boone doesn't make the decisions in the locker room. They do it by committee. The analytics department is essentially running the Yankees.
I was going to say they too analytical now, man. That's the other thing. The Yankees were never analytical, man.
Right, Apostle, all or nothing.
They didn't run their team like that. The Yankees were built on, hey, this guy can do the job. Let's put him in here. They didn't care about the freaking numbers. Just look at when they got Graham Lloyd. Graham Lloyd wasn't a great pitcher.
No, but he was great against lefties.
That's it.
He could get lefties out.
What's the last time the Yankees won the World Series?
2009.
2009 when what's the name was the MVP? What's the pitcher name? Lefty pitcher. They got him from Cleveland.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't the MVP.
No, CC wasn't the MVP.
No, Hideki Matsui.
It was Matsui?
Yeah.
Matsui.
Man, you know how long? That's 16 years ago.
Yes. And if George was alive, everybody had been fired a long time ago.
I'm going to say
16 years is too long for George.
The Yankees are the baseball version of the Dallas Cowboys.
No, they will never be that. No. Not going to go that far. No.
Yes.
Absolutely not. No, Dave. No. The Cowboys are just poorly run.
Well,
The Yankees have fallen. The Yankee ownership has taken the premium off of winning. See, Jerry Jones still thinks that he's about winning, but he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Did you hear that Green Bay chant the other night? Did y'all hear that Green Bay chant?
Yes.
Thank you, Jerry.
Never thought they would lose Micah Parsons just over a few $1 million. Same way the Yankees lost Juan Soto, just over a few $1 million.
And they didn't want to give him a suite. They didn't want to give him a suite.
That's what it was.
Give the man a suite.
I didn't see
tell you
why.
something. I don't know.
George would have gave him a suite.
I didn't see the big deal in it.
I didn't either.
Soho didn't want to be here. He did. I think it all boils down to he really did not want to be a Yankee.
He didn't want to be in the Bronx.
He
didn't want to be in the Bronx.
But he's still in New York
because he stayed in New York.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he wanted to be in the Bronx.
He didn't want to be in the Bronx.
Well, you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. He said it basically in a nutshell. They were blaming him, but they never blamed
Judge.
Never blamed Judge.
Even though Judge was the one who batted 091, it was Soto who got them to the World Series with that big home run against Cleveland.
And he felt like he was getting all the blame while Judge wasn't. And it's true.
Judge was Teflon. Judge was Teflon. Yeah.
It's true.
Judge was Teflon until he got to the World Series.
And now we're gonna see this year if this boy don't come through.
What are you going to do?
Anyone look back at Soto and say, was he wrong for saying what he said?
I don't think he was wrong, no. Because, listen, Judge has been a great regular season Yankee his entire career.
He like Peyton Manning. That's who Peyton Manning was.
Yeah, Peyton Manning was the greatest regular season quarterback in the NFL.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Dan Marino, guys that just couldn't get it done in the playoffs, and that it's really, really sad. As great as they were, it's
going to be a lot of pressure on Aaron Judge this playoff run.
Oh, absolutely.
More but again, than any other season he's been in the playoff. This year right here, and you got the #1 wild card slot. You the #1 wild card. This gonna be something to see.
Right, you're coming off of a World Series berth where you didn't hit well, and you kind of got exposed. You made you made an error that cost you Game 5 in the outfield. L's still mad about that.
You forgot about that, L?
You made an error that cost you Game 5, but Garrett Cole was pitching his butt off.
Right.
And the manager takes out Garrett Cole in Game 1.
Oh my God. I'm still mad. About that. That's the one. Game 70 pitches.
Takes him out after 70 pitches, turns it over to the bullpen, and they implode.
You got Game 1. Let Garrett Cole go 8 and then turn it over to Luke Weaver in the 9th.
That's on Boom. That's on Boom.
No, that's on the analytics department, who says that when a team gets to their third time through the order, you shouldn't let your starter face them again. Whose idea was that? Did they not watch guys like Nolan Ryan mow down guys for 9 innings?
Andy Pettit,
Jimmy Key, David Wells, David Cone,
Roger Clemens,
Dwight Gooden.
What's that man with the one arm? He had the one hand.
Jim
Abbott.
These guys, and the crazy thing about it is, in terms of greatness, the only person of the previous Yankee pitchers that you could even put on the level of what Garrett Cole is now would probably be CC Sabathia, in terms of just being that dominant. None of those guys were dominant.
Down the line.
Joe Torre trusted them to get big outs. El Duque Hernandez.
El Duque.
David Cone tells the story about how during one playoff game Joe Torre walks out to him and is like, "You all right?" He had already thrown 130 pitches, and he told him, "I'm gonna get this guy." Joe Torre said, "Cool," and walked back to the dugout. And David Cone got the guy 136 pitches in that game.
His arm, and that's after coming off an aneurysm.
That season, coming off an aneurysm.
Listen, I remember, I'm telling you, It's just
That's when the manager still ran the team, not the analytics department. He looked his pitcher in the eye and he trusted his pitcher. His pitcher said, "I got it." All right, you got it.
And he got him.
He did.
and don't forget about that bullpen. Ramiro
Oh,
Mendoza,
that was
Jeff Nelson.
and that was and that's the funny thing. That's the that is the irony of the whole thing, J Mac. You just really just enlightened that for me. The irony of it is, if there was ever a time where the Yankees could have done that, it was then.
Because they had
Because
the
that
pen to do
bullpen
it.
was so good.
They had Jeff Nelson, Ramiro Mendoza, David Weathers,
Graham Lloyd. You had that
Graham Lloyd.
whole group
Listen, and we
leading
didn't
to,
mention
and then you had Mariano Rivera on the end.
the greatest closer ever.
The only
greatest
unanimous
closer
Hall of Famer in baseball history.
The Sandman.
The greatest closer
only
ever.
The only unanimous Hall of Famer in baseball history.
Ever. One pitch, cut fastball.
Like literally that they could have done that then and they didn't even do it.
Nope. They still let the starter go as far as he could before they were bringing Nelson or Mendoza, the Weathers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it worked. The only time it didn't work was 2001.
Broken back single.
And I was gonna say, and that was because Arizona got lucky.
Broken back single by Gonzalez.
You got a memory mechanics. Good God Almighty.
But that's what happened,
man,
because we were on our way to a storybook finish to that
those
season.
Yankee teams, brother. I lived and died with those Yankee teams.
Listen, and even though we lost that World Series, honestly, 2001 was the greatest World Series I ever saw in my life.
I was upset about the World Series we played against the Marlins. That one got
That
me
was
more
that was a
upset.
bad World Series. I
That
agree.
was the one that got me more upset than playing the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, the Diamondback one in 2003 against the Marlins was worse. I agree.
Yeah, that was the worst one.
That was the worst. And 2001 was my favorite, even though we lost, because every game, like, you lived and died with those games. Those managers managed.
Coming off of the Twin Towers.
Yeah, exactly. So that by itself was huge. It was huge for New York. It was huge for baseball. It was the first time we ever had November baseball. Derek Jeter becomes Mr. November.
Mr. November.
And the funniest story about that comes right before he hit the home run. The clock had struck midnight, and he had walked over to Joe Torre because Joe Torre's contract expired October 31st at midnight. It's November 1st at midnight. Jeter walks over to him before he goes to the plate and goes, "I guess I don't have to listen to you anymore." They laugh about it. He goes to the plate and hits a home run to end the game.
And what's that boy, the Asian boy, Kim? He gave up
Young Kim. He gave up 3 home runs in that series.
3 home runs.
The Yankees were tattooing. I was like, why do they keep bringing him in?
Don't forget about Scott Brocious. That was my dude. I love me some
Brocious
Scott
was
Brocious. That was my dude, Davey.
Brocious was a beast in '98. '98 was crazy. That '98 World Series.
Guy.
Scott Brocious had a career in the '98 World Series.
That was my guy.
And that was it, though.
Yo, Butler sitting here like,
that's what I said. He had a career in the '98 World Series.
Down the whole. Listen, I'm going through like Yankee lore right now, Butler. Come on, give me my due, bro.
But now you've got analytics with your teams, and I'm like, you've literally like put on the back burner what made the Yankees the Yankees.
And this is what drives old school Yankee fans crazy right here. Because when you go back through those teams, it had nothing to do with analytics. And like you said, Dave, if there was any time to play analytic baseball, it was with those 90s Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Because those were 5-inning baseball games. Everybody was saying it like, yo, you wanted to get the runs off the starters, because if you didn't, you were gonna lose once that bullpen came in.
And I'm gonna tell you, I give Mariano his due, but that '96 team, when you had Mariano in the 7th and 8th, and then you had John Wetland in the 9th, it was a wrap. There was nothing you was doing with that.
Yeah, if they had the lead going into that 6th inning, it's a wrap.
And a young Mo in the 7th and 8th, Mariano was the setup man.
The setup man
on that team. That's how deep that team was.
No, Sam, not Hideki. Harabu was terrible for us.
Oh God,
he was awful. George called him a fat toad.
Fat toad.
Hideki Irabu was terrible for us.
George
He was
called him
awful.
Fat Toe.
Fat toad. And they traded him to Cleveland. He was terrible for us.
Yo, what
Yeah.
was the assistant coach? Big fat guy. He actually got
Don
into
Zimmer.
a fight.
Don
Don
Zimmer.
Zimmer.
He died, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some years ago. Yeah.
Don
Zimmer.
Zimmer and Mel Stottlemyre was the
I can't
X-Men.
see him dealing with no analytics.
No, but that's why guys like Torrey and Stoudemire and Zimmer, Willie Randolph can't get a job because these were not analytics guys. These are guys who
Right.
played baseball with their gut, who managed with their gut, and they were successful, which tells me something. You've seen enough. You want guys who have never played a game beyond MLB The Show on PlayStation.
Calling the shot.
You want them calling the shots over guys who have years of baseball experience, who knows what it's like to look into a pitcher's eyes and knows if he has it or not.
Blame Moneyball and the Oakland A's. Blame them.
But
That
but here's the thing with that.
Blame them. Blame
For everybody,
Moneyball.
you're absolutely right. But here's the thing with that. For all of that, they made Billy Beane this genius. That Oakland never won a World Series.
But
No.
that's where I was going. You following this model, and the dude never won a
Never
raise.
won.
And
They
that
never
franchise
won.
is dead.
Yes.
Yeah, they about to send them to Vegas.
They're
They
moving
got
to
the team.
Vegas. First of all, they're in Sacramento this year. They're playing in a minor league stadium in Sacramento this year.
That is crazy.
They don't even refer to them as Oakland. They're just the A's. Because Oakland said you can't move to Sacramento and keep our city in front of you, and they can't use Vegas yet because they're not in Vegas yet.
The A's.
They getting ready to move the Rays too.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see. I think Tampa needs to move out of Tampa, but here's why. And you know it's gonna sound crazy saying this, but Tampa is a Yankee town.
That's true.
That's called the AAA, the Double H. The team is there.
And that's where spring training is. The Rays never caught on because Tampa, it's a bunch of transplanted New Yorkers, and it's a Yankee town. Tampa is a Yankee town. They need to just take Tampa and move them to Montreal and bring back the Expos.
No,
Put 'em in Oak-
make
put 'em
them make
in
them the
Oklahoma.
X-rays.
Put them in Memphis, Oklahoma City.
The Montreal X-Rays.
Put them in
Instead of the
Oakland,
Expos?
or put them in Oklahoma City or Memphis, or put them in. Or,
I think they need to put a baseball team back in Montreal.
they're not gonna put no team back in Canada though,
I think
because they're
that would
not
be best for
making no.
baseball.
It was, man. Do you remember those Expos?
But they're not making no money in Tampa either.
Yeah, but do you remember those
Montreal
Expos games? It was like 10
At the
people in
Olympic
stands.
Stadium with like 8 people in the stadium.
Yeah, it's like 10 people.
Remember Darryl Strawberry hit one off the roof in '86?
Yeah, and,
In the
and
old
remember
Olympic
what's
Stadium?
his name used to pitch there? What's his name?
Pedro.
Won the world-
Pedro
Huh?
Pedro
Pedro
Martinez.
used to pitch in Montreal.
Yep, that's where he started his career in Montreal. And they had Pedro Martinez that couldn't win. That's just terrible.
Tim Raines was on that team.
Rock Reigns, yes.
Yeah.
Gary Carter.
Gary
Gary
Carter.
Carter was in Montreal.
Montreal
And they had 10
Expos.
people in the
Montreal had some ball players come through there. They had some really Vladimir Guerrero,
Flag
the
Guerrero.
father.
The father.
That
Son-
jersey
the
was
son of
fire.
Killer
guy
John.
one day
Yeah,
got killed.
I was looking online for an Expo. I want an Expos jersey because I saw they brought the hats back out. New Era
Yeah.
brought the caps
I
back
love
out.
their colors.
I want to see
love
if
their
I can
colors.
find an Expos jersey. I will definitely get an Expos jersey and hat. That was I'd probably get a Vladimir Guerrero.
You probably don't remember this player.
Well, I'll
but
see
he
if I
used
can
to
get a Gary
always-
Carter.
He used to always kill the Mets. A player by, and you can look him up. A player by the name of Spike Owen used to.
Oh
kill
yeah,
the-
Spike Owen. I remember Spike Owen. Spike Owen was a problem.
Used to kill the Mets. I'm like, who is this guy? Spike Owen.
Spike Owen was the equivalent of Wally Backman.
Yes. Yes.
Spike Owen was the equivalent of Wally Backman.
He used to kill the Mets. I'm like, who is
He
this
did,
guy?
cause he was one of those little unassuming guys that you would think was trash, and he would just murder you. That was Wally Backman.
Yeah. Hey, I got a name for you, Davey. Kevin McReynolds.
Oh God,
Oh,
Jesus,
Listen,
Lord.
he led the Mets in not being caught in steals.
Kevin McReynolds.
He used to steal bases.
They
And he used
got
to
him
wonder how
after
this
they
guy
cut.
was stealing.
They got him
He
after they
wasn't
cut
no
George Foster.
Vince Coleman.
I mean, nobody was Vince Coleman. Nobody was Vince Coleman.
Hide your fireworks.
We going back now.
Listen, that was the '80s. That's when McReynolds came after they got rid of George Foster.
George Foster was such a bust when he came to New York. Ugh. He was such a bust.
He was.
I don't know why Darryl Strawberry didn't lead more with stolen bases, because them crackheads can run, Doc. I've seen a crackhead run with a TV faster than I can run.
You'd have made J Mac get off the screen. Okay.
Y'all from Brooklyn too. Y'all seen it.
The man is saved now. He know the Lord.
He's a
right?
preacher.
He's
He a whole
saved now.
preacher.
Him and
He
his
a whole
wife.
preacher. Right.
Him and his wife.
If any man be in Christ, he's
Yes,
a new
Sam.
creature.
Jesse
Old things
Orozco.
have passed away. Behold, all things become new. But he should have been faster than that on crack.
Jesse Orozco. Yes, that team was well, the '86 Mets team was different. The Mets of the '80s were different.
And you look at that Mets pitching staff. You had Jesse Orozco. You had Rick Aguilera. You had Roger McDowell. You had Bobby Ojeda. You had Sid Fernandez.
There's a great book that I read on the '86 Mets. I forget the name of the guy who wrote it. It's called The Bad Guys Won. Great book.
Yo, don't forget John Franco was a closer too.
Yeah, but he was later on.
Yeah,
he was later on.
They got him.
But that '86 Mets team, all they did was drink, fight, and win.
Randy Myers for him.
Drink, fight, and win.
Randy Myers was a good closer too.
Yes, he was. The Mets were interesting because they had a three-headed monster closer. Like Orozco didn't close every game.
Right.
You had
Roger
Orozco, you had Roger McDowell, you had Rick
It's ironic
Aguilera.
that we talk about
They
that.
had like four dudes that could close.
Davey Johnson just passed, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yep.
And
he
Rick
was the coach.
Aguilera left the Mets after '86, and he went to the Twins.
Yep.
And became the all-time closer for them.
For Minnesota. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how good the Mets. That's how good the Mets were in the '80s. That's how good they were.
Drink, fight,
they
and
would have
win.
wild cards back then. The Mets would have been in the playoffs every year.
Absolutely.
You had to win the division back then. There wasn't no wild card.
And the manager before Davey Johnson was a guy named Joe Torre.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, we had Nolan Ryan.
Listen, still holds the record as probably being the worst trade in the history of any franchise when the Mets dealt Nolan Ryan.
Tom Seaver.
Oh yeah, they called that. I think they labeled that like Black Tuesday or something the day they traded Tom Seaver.
They called him Tom Terrific.
Boxing matches between Strawberry and listen, they drank, fight, and won. That's what the '86 Mets did.
And
snorted cocaine. That's what they did.
And snorted.
They played with their nose. Yes, they played with their nose. Absolutely.
Yes. Don't get that part.
That team was that's why that book is great. If you ever get a chance to read it, it's called The Bad Guys Won. They were the most hated team in professional baseball. But you couldn't discount that they were really just that good.
Yeah.
Wasn't Dwight Gooden so high he missed the
parade? Yep.
Jesus.
Yo, he was so high,
Dude said he woke up at his dealer's house and saw the parade on TV and was like, "Wow, I messed up."
Wow, I messed up.
Basically.
You think?
Woke up at the dealer's house.
That dude wasn't even at the parade, the ticker tape parade.
And everybody was asking, "Where's Doc? Where's Doc?" The dude was high out of his mind. Even Strawberry made the parade.
Even Strawberry rolled his butt up there.
But Doc missed the parade. Listen, listen. Dwight Gooden and Darryl Strawberry were on their way to Hall of Fame careers, if not for drugs.
Yes.
They were both on their way to Hall of Fame careers. And Strawberry says that's his one regret, leaving New York and going home, because that's what really messed him up.
Yeah, he went to L.A.
Yep. Because he was from South Central, so he went home and that messed him up even worse.
L.A. gave him the money. They paid him.
Listen, with some athletes, sometimes everybody has this dream of playing for their hometown team.
No,
Sometimes
it
it's
ain't
just best.
good.
Sometimes it's just best to never go home.
Let me
Don't go
ask
back
you, y'all
home.
think it was good for Steph to come home?
Marbury?
Yeah,
No,
No.
no, no.
I agree. I don't think he should have came here.
I don't think he should have left KG.
Yeah, he should have stayed in Minnesota.
If he
Yeah.
because I believe if they stay together, they win a championship at some point.
I do too.
And
Or
if
at
he
least
left
they
with
make a
KG,
deeper run in the playoffs.
imagine if he followed KG everywhere. If he went with KG to Boston.
Yeah, that's a whole different scenario for
Because
for
that
his career.
family's still in them projects right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, down at Coney Island, the pink
Yep.
building.
They still there right now.
yep.
The pink building.
They ain't going nowhere.
Ever.
Please,
He
they
used
run
to have
that
the
place.
barbershop right there. He used to have the bar. He used to own the barbershop. I remember I
That's
was
why
down
when he
there.
went to China, he was able to still get his mojo back.
He pulled up in a He pulled up on Surf Avenue, not Surf, Mermaid,
A mermaid.
with his Maybach. That dude pulled up with his Maybach.
He is the one cat who can do that down there. Like he
Yeah,
is
they
revered
love
as a
him.
god down there.
They
So
love him, man.
nobody's messing with him.
Nah.
Steph is the mayor of Coney Island. Period.
Unlike Zach Judah, who got his butt kicked coming back to Brownsville, they beat him down and took his chain.
He took his chain.
They sure did.
He went to Van Dyke and they beat him down.
The
I was
bad
like,
part
oh
is they
man,
got it on video
how you
too.
get
I'm
beat?
like,
How you get beat down in Van Dyke, your own project?
yo,
Your own project.
because they don't respect you. They don't respect you.
That was
But you're right, Dave. Steph went to China, and that's where he needed to be. He needed to be away from everything, where he could just concentrate on being the best basketball player he could be.
Yeah.
Dude ended up getting a statue for himself out there. Greatest Chinese basketball league player ever.
they need to put him.
Absolutely.
I think the NBA need to put him in the Hall of Fame. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I do.
I agree, just for what he has done as a basketball ambassador,
Hey.
because he also made it cool for guys to go to China to make their money.
And that's what I be trying to tell people. The Basketball Hall of Fame ain't just NBA. It's
No,
basketball.
it is the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
right. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
That's why I don't think Dwight Howard. I don't know if Dwight Howard should have made the Hall of Fame.
Oh boy, what are you about to say, Dave? What are you about to say?
Well, this is a fact. He's the
What are you
only
about to
NBA
say?
player that I know that had 2 tours in Atlanta. He got traded to Atlanta, then left Atlanta, and then signed back as a free agent. What NBA players you know go to Atlanta twice?
Oh God.
And I want to know, and I'm sure y'all want to know too,
No, we don't want to know. We don't want to know.
what's
Dave.
going on in
We don't
Atlanta
wanna know.
that Dwight Howard went there twice.
We don't want to know.
I told you he was going to say something. Did not say it. I said, where you going with this? I knew it. I knew it. I
He
knew
went
it.
there twice. He ain't go to win. Who goes to Atlanta? I got to win this chip. Who go to Atlanta to win?
So we're gonna shift.
And he has no high school. He has no college career. He has a very mediocre Olympic career. And he's in the Hall of Fame. But I want to know why he went to Atlanta twice. Butler, why
He said,
I'm not
ooh, I
touching
like it here.
I'm not touching it.
Dave, he said, ooh, I like it here.
yeah. What's going on down there, Dwight?
I'm not touching it.
Well, he's
I
from
refuse.
Atlanta.
He is from here.
Even worse. We
So
just
he
said
know,
you
he
should
know,
go
he know
home.
all the
He's
cracks
from
and places.
Atlanta.
I mean, he know all
His
the places.
church is in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
You making it worse and worse.
He did say nobody should be concerned who he lay in the wood to. He did say that. He said that, Bishop D-Lo. He did. So that's not slander.
It's not. It's not.
That's a
These are
quote.
his words.
These
Those
are
are
his
his words.
words.
Those are
At least we know. At
Apostle
least,
Lewis.
at least we know we won't be able to do a show in Atlanta now.
No, we're never
Felt
doing a
so
show in
nice,
Atlanta.
had to do it twice.
We won't be doing any shows in Atlanta. We will not be doing any shows there. No, thank you. All right, we got to get ready to get out of here. We done. Oh, this show is off the rails tonight. This show
You
is
know
off
Dave
the
gonna give us
rails.
one before we get off the air. You
That
already know that.
we
You
got
know
our
he gonna give
one.
us one. He
Gotta
gonna give us one.
Gotta shift gears because there are some who've been hanging out with us for this content. I've got to talk WWE. We got to talk wrestling. So I know Dave is going to leave us in a couple
No, he
minutes.
not leaving.
But
You need to
I'm gonna
start
say,
watching. You need to start watching wrestling now, Davey.
I
Dave said he ain't got
can't.
no time for that.
Once Hulk Hogan died, and the way we treated him when he died,
What? We not go. No, we not
they
going to do
called him
that.
a racist. I had a Hulk Hogan T-shirt back in the day.
We did a show on Hulk Hogan.
We did a show on
We
Hogan,
did
and
a
we
show
were
on
all
Hulk Hogan
saying
after he
how
died.
you got to separate Hogan the character from Terry Bollea the person.
There you go.
The
We said
legacy of
that.
Hulk Hogan will live forever. Terry Bollea was a piece of trash.
That's
But
it.
that's
Terry
all there is.
Bollea was
But I don't
garbage.
think that's who he was at the end of his life, though. Y'all, come
No,
on.
he got saved. Yes,
No, he got saved.
He absolutely did. And he's on record and said before he went, he wanted somebody to look out to make sure Nash got saved. So listen, people can change. But we like the current events of today, which I'm not going to go into.
There you go.
Unfortunately, you cannot live down your legacy because you die tragically. You can't. You are the sum of the whole of what you were living.
Now, we granted the Lord doesn't look at us like that.
Right. But humanity
but public
does.
opinion,
Yeah.
society,
Humanity
that's the way
does.
they judge you.
Absolutely.
That's the way they judge you.
And we have to live with our wins and our losses, our positives and our negatives.
You're
Listen,
right.
I know we love to try to wash people in death, but especially in the world that we live in today where everything is public knowledge and most stuff gets done in front of a camera. It's not like back in the days where you could hide somebody's past or their issues that happen behind closed doors because
Everything is
nothing
on
is
public
behind
display.
closed doors. Right. Nothing is behind closed doors anymore.
God
Nothing is behind
forbid
closed doors.
something happened to Vince McMahon.
Oh, well, we already know where Vince's legacy is.
Yeah.
Sad to say, because he did some really great things, but he also did some really horrible things.
And there's going to be
Absolutely.
more stuff that come out, like it always does when a
Absolutely.
person passes.
Oh, yeah,
there's-
even more is going to come out.
There's more stuff that overflows when a person dies. We hear about the stuff that we hear about, but then it's always something else that comes out after that. So
Absolutely.
that's what's going to happen. That's what
We
happened
should all
with this
be
situation.
we should all be used to that because it happens in our world.
It
All
happens
the
in our
time.
world
All the
the
time.
time.
All the time.
Yeah.
But this week, TKO announced that they will be taking WrestleMania 43 in 2027 to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as part of Riyadh season. The first WrestleMania that will not be on North American soil will
Ever.
be in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
And when when we hear that the next terrorist attack was connected to the WWE, don't say nothing.
Wow.
Well, bro, let me tell you this. A lot of people are very upset about this. I mean, this is
Did you see the women's division, the leaders of the women's division during
they
that
did
press
not
conference?
smile. They were so upset. Then even what's her name was there, but she it was a forced smile. It was a forced smile by her.
Who? Liv
Yeah,
Morgan?
Liv. It was a forced smile. She wasn't happy
And
about it.
Bianca's comments, you could tell like she was talking through gritted teeth. It's like they said, "Listen, we paying you a ton of money to be here. Say what we tell you to say."
Charlotte Flair did not hide.
Oh, Charlotte was like, "This is some bull garbage."
Charlotte didn't hide.
And yeah,
Even
and-
the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, they weren't happy.
I don't
They
think
don't
any of
want to
them.
go. They don't want to go there.
I don't
No.
think Triple H wasn't happy. No one looked happy except for the Shah of Saudi Arabia.
The Prince, yeah, the
Yeah,
Prince.
he's the only one that looked happy. Everybody else was like,
Now, how was they able to pull that off?
The Iron
TKO.
Sheik. It's the ghost of the Iron Sheik.
not the ghost of the Iron Sheik.
He's still alive, Dave.
Oh, he is?
Yes, Sheiky
I
baby
bet you
ain't dead yet.
that Prince is related to him.
So
Listen.
basically, in 2018, Vince entered into a deal with Saudi Arabia, which is why we got some of the things that we got. It was a 10-year deal, but to bring certain shows. Then, of course, the TKO thing happened. And when the TKO thing happened, initially, people forget about this part of it because I had to correct some people on TikTok with regards to this. You got to remember, the original deal called for them to have their own thing. Crown Jewel was their thing.
Glorified house show. That's what it was supposed to be.
That's what it was supposed to be. And they could pick the Vince told them they could pick the type of show they wanted to do. They threw a bunch of money at WWE. So if they wanted to see Goldberg, if they wanted to see Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, even though they was 1,000 years old, sure, we'll give you that because it was a nostalgia show.
It had nothing to do with the storyline.
Right. It was we going over there to have some fun and
And make some money.
And make some money. That was it. That was supposed to be the plan.
We're gonna eat dinner with the Prince. We're gonna all sit around in his palace. We're gonna smile.
So take some pictures.
Yeah.
Make some memories and fly on their private jet and then come on back. TKO buys WWE, puts them into it. Now, Vince initially was smart enough in his original deal. He sold the company, but was able to get himself to be the chairman of TKO. So none of this was going to happen, and everything stayed status quo. Then all of this other stuff about Vince started coming out.
And they removed him.
And Vince was forced to resign and sell his remaining shares.
Yep.
They forced him out of his own company. Essentially, let's keep it real. Now that I think about it, it was a coup. They forced him out of his company. And this announcement from TKO this past week, because also on their earnings call that they had this week, they basically said, listen, Vince priced for families. He refused to tap into the money-making ability of the WWE. And guess what? Prices are going to continue to rise.
Yeah. They're not going back down.
That's what they said. The new chairman said this. And that's when I said, oh, shoot, this was a coup 2 years ago.
Bro,
they pushed Vince out.
They knew what was coming down the pipe when they did it. They knew they set Vince up. They knew.
They sure did.
They sure knew what was coming down the pipe.
Yep. So they bought him out. They said, well, Vince, we're going to give you this nice severance package to go away. And now we're going to run this company. And that's when all of these deals started coming up with the streamers. That's when
putting The Rock on the board.
Put The Rock on the board. All of that happened once Vince got forced out. Because Vince was never going to allow the WWE to not be a family product. Because Vince gets it. They're trying to market the WWE as if it's a real sport. It's not.
It's acting. Entertainment.
It's a physical circus. That's what it is. When you think about Ringling Brothers, we all went to the circus growing up. It was a wonder for us as kids growing up. It was a family-friendly show that was meant to get the family out to enjoy a nice night or a day or your school took you and you went through the school. That's what it was. And Vince understood this is not real sports. It's sports entertainment. Yes, wrestling is a sport, but it's predetermined, it's scripted. We got good guys and bad guys, and I want families to be able to come to our shows. This is why you could go to Barclays Center for a Raw and get a $20 ticket in the nosebleeds the day of the show. You could do that back in the days.
I think this is a big mistake, taking Mania out of the United States. I'm glad we're talking on it before we go, but I think when they did it, I was very disappointed. But remember I said something to you 2 weeks ago, Bishop D'Lo? I said AEW, and they said it today on another
That's
show.
correct, Sam. They did. They sponsored the fights on this past Saturday as well. I'm going to talk about that in a second, too. Go ahead, J-Man.
Yeah. They ought to, I said AEW ought to capitalize on this. But that was before they announced this. Now that they did this, if I was AEW, if I was G4, if I was New Japan,
Bully Ray said that.
I would put on a show. I would come together and put on a show the same weekend as WrestleMania.
Bully Ray said
in the
AEW
United-
should do that. Bully Ray
Yeah.
said that. He said it on Busted Open this morning. He
Yeah.
said AEW, if they, and that's crazy because Bully Ray still works for the WWE. But
Yeah, but
Bully
you gotta be objective.
right,
They can't do that.
but Bully Ray said, but no, they can do that because the show is going. WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia. This is the play. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm going to the city of New Orleans and going, hey, we put on a show that weekend. They took your show from you and gave it to Vegas.
And they got a year and a half to do it. It's not happening until 2027.
You don't play. See, them that money out there is different. You
It
don't
is.
play.
I agree.
Them Saudi Arabia, they've been put a bomb all over New Orleans and won't be nothing going on.
Dang!
I'm telling you, that money is different. Because even at the boxing match on Saturday, this dude was sitting up like a king sitting there.
The Prince?
They
Oh, he the
don't
Prince.
bother
Yeah.
with them. They got different kind of money, and these
What
wrestlers
is he,
feel a
like the
certain
third
way
richest
now.
guy in the world? He's like the third, fifth richest guy in the world.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
They got different kind of money, and money is power. They'll pay people not to have a show.
Listen, you guys, why you got females going over there? I ain't gonna say it, but they going over there. They getting Birkin bags and money because they let them do stuff.
Well,
And it's been reported what they do, and it's disgusting.
Are we still a sports show? This sounds like the Howard Stern show now.
Hey, I didn't say nothing. All I said was it's disgusting. That's all I said. I stopped short.
well, what they doing? We can't.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not something we can discuss here. But I agree. I think that Tony Khan would absolutely be brilliant if he would take advantage of wrestling because the WWE counter programs AEW all the time.
They get ready to do it this Saturday with WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza, right?
They count the program
They
at
counter program
AEW this
all the
weekend.
time. So this is gonna be interesting to watch over the next year and a half to see what comes out of that.
I don't agree with it.
But-
I'm very disappointed about it. Yeah, call me a nostalgia guy.
No, I know. I'm with you.
I
with you
think WrestleMania
because
belongs in the. If you was going to do it overseas, it should have been in London. It should have been in
London,
or
Paris,
Canada.
or Germany.
you can do it in Australia. Like
Yeah.
the Australian crowd, Perth is fantastic. They're great crowds out there.
And don't forget, the Royal Rumble is going to be
In Saudi this
it's going to be
year.
in Saudi Arabia in January.
Yep. So you're taking you're taking your original granddaddy of them all and your second biggest flagship of the big four, and over the next 2 years you're putting both of those there. And then you've got to remember this: WrestleMania works on a bid system. Who can outbid Saudi or Vegas?
Nobody.
Which means WrestleMania will either be in Saudi or Vegas from now on.
It may never come back.
Nobody thought about that.
It'll never come back to the regular states.
Right. Memphis, Tennessee is never getting a WrestleMania. New York is never getting WrestleMania again.
That's terrible.
Dallas is never getting WrestleMania
New
again.
York,
But
the birthplace.
now they moved
New
to
York,
the
The birthplace
birthplace
of WrestleMania is never getting WrestleMania again.
Terrible. Terrible, man.
All because TKO is all about the money. And so now it makes more sense of why storylines have been all over the place. There has been pressure. Because when you think about it, when you go back to when Triple H took over, all right, Dave.
All right, Dave.
When Triple H first took over, the landscape of things, like, okay, Vince is still around, but Triple H is running things, and you saw the stories made sense. Everything was flowing. It's only since Vince has been removed and TKO has really started this push that this is where storylines have gotten uneven.
Hey, I got something for y'all.
Yep.
Think about this. I know we didn't talk about it. I know it's not on the thing to talk about, but we talked about. We see how The Rock has just dropped all his muscle mass.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically come back down to wrestling weight. What do you think? And what do you think I'm thinking, Bishop D-Lo?
Rock and Roman is happening in Saudi.
No way. No
Oh,
way.
Rock and Roman is happening in Saudi.
It's happening in Saudi, Butler. The Rock is starting to train now. He's training now. That's what that is. Yeah, he dropped the weight for the role, but he's not gonna bulk back. He's not bulking back up again. That Rock we saw, the Final Boys bulked up like that. That's done. He's not going back to that.
No way.
Rock and Roman.
Hey.
Rock and Roman is happening in Saudi.
You know why it's gonna happen? Because the Prince wants to see it.
Exactly, because those shows cater to whatever the prince wants.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that's the other issue that I have with it being in Saudi. Everybody has talked about how WrestleMania is this machine, and how when one WrestleMania ends, they're already booking the next WrestleMania because all the storylines have to lead you into that. Now with this in Saudi in 2027, what storylines? Because first of all,
put the storylines there, but it's not gonna have the same effect because it's not here in the States.
And also the women's division who are quite honestly the best thing about the WWE recently.
They're the number one division in wrestling, the women's division.
And now you got AJ Lee back to now do this. This is one of the reasons why she left.
It's terrible, man. It's horrible, but TKO is driving the ship now, man. TKO is running the show, but I would not be surprised if we got Rock Roman. Now storyline wise, Butler, I get what you're saying. It makes because it doesn't make any sense to do it now. According storyline wise, it's past his prime.
He's past his prime. There's no more bloodline.
Right. It makes no sense.
In fact, the bloodline's going through a transition right now because now we're going to start to see Jay morphing into that kind of
tribal chief
sort of feel because Roman is a face and is never going back to being a heel again.
And he's a spectacular now. He's not a He's a novelty.
He's an attraction. He's in the Brock level now. He's at the Brock level.
Undertaker. That's where he's at with the Undertaker.
Yeah, with Brock and the Undertaker. Those guys are attractions. When you see them, it's a big deal. So Jay is going to be probably the next tribal chief. So, I mean, what are we doing here?
I'm telling you, it's horrible, man. And we're going to get this match. It's going to be garbage. It's not going to have any punch because it's not going to have any. It's just like, listen. You know how I know we getting this, Butler? You know how I know we getting this? Because we ended up getting Goldberg Undertaker in Saudi.
Terrible.
And we saw how terrible that
was.
Almost killed the Undertaker. Almost killed him.
We had the Brothers of Destruction versus DX, which was terrible.
DX. When the last time them dinosaurs got in the ring?
Shawn can't wrestle no more.
Forward to, man.
Triple H was a few months before he would have a heart condition.
Yeah.
Kane is the mayor of a town in Tennessee.
Shawn Michaels is Sean Hickenbottom because he saved. He ain't the Heartbreak Kid no more.
He ain't the Heartbreak Kid. He ain't the Showstopper no more.
He's so bow-legged he can't even walk.
And his eye look more cocked than it's ever looked.
Now you start to sound like Davey.
I'm just saying. But I'm not wrong. I did see tonight on the NXT Homecoming, William Regal is back.
Nice. I saw him in the airport 3 years ago in Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson. We were waiting on the clear line, and I spoke to him. He was very nice.
We was waiting for you to come back, Keisha. You dipped on us and they come back. Now we getting ready to get off now, but we had to talk wrestling.
Yeah, we had to go. We didn't do it the other week.
We didn't get a chance to do it the other week, and and with everything happening, we will be back next Tuesday to talk WrestlePalooza because AJ Lee in ring for the first time in 10 years.
We'll be on the chat talking. I'm sure we will.
Absolutely, I will be.
I'm waiting to see it.
I'm tuned into WrestlePalooza just for that match. I'm really there just for that match.
And Cena. I know you didn't really care about Cena Lesnar. I really don't care about it either. But
I'm more interested in Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky.
Me too.
I'm interested in that. They've done a good job with that storytelling with the Kabuki Warriors. They've done a great job with that.
Yes.
So I'm interested in that.
What you say, Butler? You said what? What you were saying?
I'm looking to see AJ Lee whip up the man, yo. I like y'all.
She's getting the pinfall on Sunday.
Yeah, she's got to get the pin because that's going to set up their one-on-one
for the
Intercontinental title, which will probably be at War Games.
And she's going to get the title, and then eventually,
Punk is going to get the title.
Going to get that world title, and they're going to both be champions.
Yep. That's got to happen. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch on Saturday. I can't wait to see Becky get her butt beat by the craziest her superpower.
Yep.
AJ.
I'm running all my errands.
Right.
Early, fellas, and I'm going to get me some Jackie Boy burgers. The people don't know what we talking about.
Yeah, they don't know about that.
They don't know about that, but I'm going to get some Jackie Boys, Butler.
Do me a favor, bro.
Drop
a couple of those off at my church on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Give me some Jackie Boys.
Yeah, let me get the which
the Jackie Boys.
The Jackie Boys. Because remember, Jackie Boys is just one of the 4 kinds that he brought us that night.
Yeah.
And when you been into that Jackie, he been to that Jackie burger, he said,
that joint was different.
Yo, what is this? And Willie cooked them good too. He cooked them good.
He did. Those Jackie Boys was right. They were made to perfection.
Yeah, just bring me like 2 of them to the church on Sunday.
I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna drop them off before I leave. I'm gonna bring 2.
Oh, you ain't even gotta drop them off. You could just hand them to Destiny.
I'll give them to Destiny and tell them, listen, give this to your bishop.
Take these to church with you. Go and take these to church. Thank y'all for rocking with us for these last 2.5 hours. We appreciate you. Join us back here next week. We'll be in the final week of the Major League Baseball season. We'll be a week closer to NBA training camps opening up. We'll see what other moves get made. And we will also have our insight on WrestlePalooza. Both Giants and Jets are 0-2. We didn't get to it today. Wasn't really nothing to talk about. Jets got walloped 30-3, and the Giants gave their game away against Dallas.
Russell Wilson we had a resurgence.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. When he threw that touchdown with 18 seconds to go, I was like, oh, shoot, he won this game. And then the Giants' defense couldn't get a stop.
Whatever you do in your darkest hour,
why you playing this song? I can't even kick a 64-yard. Crazy.
Shouldn't happen.
Whatever you do in your darkest hour, don't forget to glow.
All right.
Keep glowing.
He's in tagging heaven, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Thank you again for joining.
It's therapeutic.
Listen, I'm not mad at it. Do what you got to do, bro. I'm not mad at it. We have very hectic lives as preachers. That's how it is. I totally understand it. But for y'all out there, we appreciate you rocking with us. We'll see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Same bad time, same bad channel. Until then, orange and blue skies. We out.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, can you say it from New York what I say from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now. Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street. Alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs. Step back, hit it 3. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy. Just to see the Knicks play. Make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us. Whole city is wild. This is New York. Why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty. Yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching